Okay, hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start in 5 minutes. I'm not being a judge today. I'm fully focusing on the stream, meaning that I'll be just walking, talking, and just entertainment for the people here at home. Yeah, as you can see, we are streaming currently on my channel. What does that mean? First off, I forgot the password of the Alpensee email. Should I have logged in earlier? Yes. Should I have done it a day earlier? Yes. Are we gonna keep talking about it? No, because I'm willing to ignore the problem, and you should as well. Because let's be honest, if it's at my place or the Alpensee Twitch stream, we're here for vibes, we're here for fun, and most of all, we're here for some good old Pokemon. So, how are we feeling today? How are we feeling tonight? Are we confident in our teams? Let's take a look at what we already have cooking up for the people. We already can take a little tiny look in the metagame. I always love looking at like the bottom ones. And there's no way someone brought Ariados! What? Oh yeah, and I need to change the chat now, because now it's no longer Alpensee chat, it should be small chat. I need to do that real quick. Is that this one? Yeah, that's the one. Confidence is king. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Alright, let's get hydrating then. Oh, that looks terrible with layout I currently have. Well, we're gonna roll with it, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, Ariados, kinda fuego. Enamorous, also fuego. Only one Annihilate, only one Iron Boulder. Alright. Now, where did the Roaring Moons go? Seriously. There's more Articunos than... Wow, crazy. Only one Smirgle as well. So that one person might be really prepping for that Smirgle. Heatran 4... 8 Hisuian Arcanine. Oh yeah, you know, kinda fine. Hello Fluffy Playery and hello Extra Spicy Peppers, welcome. We're looking a little bit at what people are playing. As you are seeing, we got 112 registrations, but Teamless only at 86, meaning that there's quite a few people just haven't signed in or haven't checked in yet. We can actually check that out as well. No, not the G, not Simon not logging in. No. Unfort. Wait, is that my goat Axe joining? Ayo, is my goat playing? Axe playing? Bug Poison is a solid type. It is a solid type, but it's an Ariados, don't get me wrong. Ayo, yo, Axe is playing, let's go! Don't be the Ariados. Poison is a slept-on typing. I feel like, yeah, there's not that... I feel like there's not that many poison types that are really interesting right now. You got Ammo, of course. Defensively, Poison is amazing. What are some good poison types? Glimora, that's also good. Oogie Dogie, we've seen that a little bit more. Sneasler. Let's go BST. Okay, gosh, these two we're gonna be able to ignore. Sensitivity, we haven't seen that one in a while. Yeah, it's not looking super great for the poison type, to be honest. Also, side note, it's amazing to see how Amoonguss has like 464 total base stats, but still one of the greatest Pokemon because of the nice moveset and ability as well. Sorry, I just saw that Axe was participating. I had to pop off. But yeah, seeing the those stretchy form, doesn't that boost speed? Wait, there's also a scissor. Let's see, 18 more seconds. We're at 117 registrations right now. 99 team list. Oh, one more. The check-ins aren't even at 95. Oh, and it's divided between two, so it's like ready only 92. That's the unfortunate thing here. Quick shout out as well to the judges as well performing tonight. We have Winnebas doing his first tour, I believe, that he's judging, and we have Shona as well. I'll be in the background just vibing. So yeah, I'll be coming into your chat. We'll be asking for the showdown invite, which will be, oh wait, actually, let me put that. So it's /invite Shmon. Let me make the whole message. Hello players. You have been selected for stream. Please, when you guys type in /invite Shmon. This will invite me and you can just start when nice. And to be on the other side was like, hey. Okay, so we've got that copy pasted so that we can use that immediately as well. Checking if the last people joining. You're a bit too quiet. Ah! I should be loud. I might be mumbling. That's me. The desktop audio was also a little bit loud. That's good that you mentioned that. Thank you, Vio. I was vibing too hard to the music. I have two settings for like my YouTube music. I put like loud when I'm doing it and like less loud when I'm streaming. And I guess I forgot right now. Thank you for letting me know, Vio. Okay, late registration is open. That means that pairings are up. Okay, let's just go to the first three. Oop, oop. That's one. Let's take a look. Funny names, maybe. Oh, Vio helped me, so let's go to Vio as well. Okay, and then a third match is going to be Trinky. Let's go to these guys. Okay, there we go. We've invited players. Should be good. So how many players do we have in total? Might have missed that. So there's two people checked in later. Feel the sunshine. Oh, this is slow version. Alright, we've been invited. There we go. Alright, let's get it done. We are here for our first match, Puggy versus Carzon, which is, let's see, Puggy, which is Jean, okay, which is Carzon and Puggy. Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna have their team on the side here, real quick, checking out what they are playing. So Carzon is playing Latios with the Overcloak, Urshifu Dark, Heatran, with Terrabuck, Live Orb. We've seen Heatran performing quite nice in the latest tournament as well, so always a good thing. Then Wellspring Overpalm, the standard set it seems. Amoonguss, of course, with Sludge Bomb, not Pollen Puff, and Fluttermane. But it is the accursed Fluttermane that loves to Thunder Wave you and loves to taunt you as well. So the fully bolt Flutter Mane. On the other end, from Carson's side, let's take a look. We have Poogie, who is playing, of course, the snow. We see here. Oh, matches and then click that. Okay. So yeah, we have Alone Ninetales with the like. This Alone Ninetales does have Protect. A lot of times they don't have it. Oh, yes. Yes, you can start. Choice picks, Articuno, Hisuian Arcanine, we know him, we love him. Raging Bolt, Wellspring, Ogerpon, and we have Ursaluna as well. Okay. I mean, like an Ursaluna behind screens, always a scary thing to go up against, right? Well, I am going to be looking at like a different playlist. I might go to my classical music playlist because I just I'm a stinker for it. I just love classical music, and it makes me think, you know. Gives us the ability to think for a little bit as well. Okay, Alolan Tails and the Raging Wall. This is AV Bolt as well. It is able to hit everything for quite nice. We see the speed booster on the Flutter Mane. Thunder Wave will be affecting the Ninetales at the very least, because then that Heatran is able to fire off a strong Heat Wave into that Raging Bolt just as well. So that is the question at hand. What is the play? Do you protect the Ninetales to try and scout out any sort of Thunder Waves, or do you just commit fully to a potential Terra Fire with the Ninetales so you're able to survive whatever the Heatran has in store? A defensive Terra Fire looks pretty good, but it's going to be a protect, and a protect from Heatran as well, as the Moonblast is just going into the Rage Bolt and a Volt Switch into Heatran. Excellent play here by Carzon, trying to make sure that right now you're getting the chip down that you want before any sort of screens coming up, and recognizing that the fear that this Alolan Ninetales should feel should be very real, because now you can still predict something like the Thunder Wave or anything like that. Which one is running this? I'm just running the tour. Okay, we have the Heat Wave coming out this time, and as we see, Ninetales is taunted, but unfortunately, Ninetales avoiding it. Ninetales copying what Articuno does best. Has Lee agreed to a fight? Not yet. Hasn't responded. Okay, the Ursaluna has come in, and it is able to threaten this Heatran for nice damage, as well as this Flutter Mane. Flutter Mane does not have Protect. Taunt not affecting. Moonblast just going into Ursaluna. Over 50%. Flash Cannon will pick up the kill onto this Ursaluna as well. But now we're in an end game where we need to think about this Articuno. Articuno is one of those Pokemon that can run away with games solely because of the fact that you can't hit it, and even because of Blizzard freezes. So considering that, what is the optimal play? What is the way out of this? This is a little bit rougher. We have the Thunderclap coming out into that Heat Ray, not affecting Moonblast, just going right into there. Making sure that that is down. Oh, meanwhile, I'm fixing chat again, because apparently I didn't fix it right. This is... Okay, so beautiful, but now we have the two ice types in front. Carzon still hasn't switched out any of their Pokemon yet. So giving quite a nice options, as Icy Wind will lower the speed enough so that Heatran puts in the work. Blizzard finally killing this Flutter Mane, putting the Heatran quite low, but now no snow, and you are getting hit by this close combat. Alright, that was game one. Adaptation-wise, I do think... let's see. The calls were pretty well made there in the beginning. The Moonblast into that, of course, that AV Bolt, who is not able to protect itself in that regard. And you aren't able really to get off Aurora Veil or anything with your Ninetales, because as long as that Flutter Mane is on the field, it is able to paralyze you. It is able to make sure that you're slower than a Heatran, and Heatran is able to KO it with an Earth Power or a Flash Cannon or even a Heat Wave. Okay, but this time around we're seeing something different right now. it is going to be the Ogerpon Water, but on the other hand, we also have the Urshifu Single Strike coming out as well. And this is the Focus Sash version, going for the Terra Dark immediately. Ogerpon going for the Terra Water, trying to redirect any sort of attacks coming out. Icy Wind lowering the speed right now. This Wicked Blow will be wicked hard, but not enough for this Ogerpon to go down. Blizzard, massive damage as well. As the Ivy Cudgel will pick up the KO onto the Flutter Mane. So calling that a potential, like getting rid of the Flutter Mane means that your Ninetales is able to get set up the Aurora Veil. Certainly, well, certainly not actually, because now the speed has been dropped on this Ninetales. So is a -1 speed Ninetales slower than a Heatran? More than likely, the answer will be yes. Wicked Blow going into the Ursaluna actually. Earth Power into the Ogerpon will pick up the KO just as well. Okay, so Articuno is in. Articuno is the Pokemon that does have the magic of being able to dodge and weave any sort of attacks here. Okay, double protect coming out, and Ursula is just going for the Earthquake, trying to cover for anything that his Heatran might be doing. You can protect in front of the Urshifu. You already lost one of your Pokemon. If you're switching in your low Ninetales, you might just get a double KO'd onto the Articuno. Wicked Blow into the Ursaluna. Flash Cannon manages to connect the Articuno. Articuno has some respectable speed F, and the Blizzard is coming out. And now at least the Urshifu is down. But now we're back again on only the Snow Duel. Ogerpon is also a nice Pokemon to have. If you still have your Terra, you're able to resist any sort of moves. But it's just going to be the Aurora Veil and the Blizzard coming out, as now Snow has fully ended. And this Articuno, away from the ashes, will now be completely visible. So the Ivy Cudgel will be enough to kill it, as Heatran is able to go for a Flash Cannon just as well. And that is GG. Well played. We won game 1. Let's go. Well done. That was our first match that we were able to spectate. We also got invited to VO's game, so let's take a look at that. Let's not take a look at the spoilers just yet. This is game 1, yes. Okay. Let's take a look at what they do. The team itself, as we see, is P2 Ursaluna with Amo. Honestly, this is a team that I've been enjoying as well, so honestly, kudos. And on the other hand, we have Elizabeth. Elizabeth is also quite well known with the Ting Lu, being able to be set up next to the Zapdos or even the Gouging Fire. Incineroar Porygon 2 is the lead of choice, so you're able to fake something out and set up potential Trick Room. Let's see what the idea is. It's just going to be the Howl and the Scale Shot coming into this Porygon 2. It is a +1 that is Dragonite, but it's not going to be enough just yet. 4 hits, U-turn, Brave, making sure that this Dragonite gets chipped down just a little bit as the Trick Room has been set up, and his Ursaluna is on the field as well. Now freely able to go for these Earthquake plus Ice Beam, I believe, onto this Dragonite, and that will just take care of the Dragonite just as well. And suddenly, being in that Trick Room, you're able to make sure that you're running away with this game. Ting Lu comes on the field, and Ting Lu is actually, if you look at it, quite an incredible Pokemon because it can be slower than the Ursaluna. And a lot of Ting Lus as anti-Trick Room tech try to do that just as well. So, let's see what the options here are. It's just going to be Terra Water. The Ursaluna is still slower. Earthquake coming out from Ting Lu, not doing all that much damage as the Porygon 2 is able to recover. Machagotcha will try to damage this Ursaluna as much as possible, but as we are seeing, not that much damage to be done. As now another Facade will bring the Sinistcha quite low, not low enough as another Earthquake will pick up the KO on his own Sinistcha, as now this Porygon 2 is able to Ice Beam Ting Lu and just full on send it and KO it. Good game, good game. Okay, meanwhile I am gonna look for a second at how the tour is going itself. Okay, 22 out of 53 matches. Just making sure. Okay. Let's take a look at how their game 2 went. It's just the same leads again. Seemingly no, it's actually not. What am I saying? No Incineroar. So this time, this Zapdos does not have a target here to get Defiant boosted on. But Terra Flying Porygon 2 able to make sure that this CC will do less. But it's just going to be a Brave Bird and a Heat Crash into the Porygon 2. But Porygon 2 hanging on strong, making sure it survives for another turn. As the Ursaluna did protect itself. And now we're in Trick Room. And you want to be able to survive here. With that Terra Flying, you're able to be your Terra Blast. Normal, already boosted by your stab, now becomes boosted with your Terra Stab as well. So, becoming a flying type and being able to hit this Zapdos Galar for super effective damage. The Dragonite comes in, but we already know Ice Beam is an option, but it also carries extreme speed. So, excellent switch here by VO, trying to see that the Dragonite cannot extreme speed it, as a Facade is just going out into the Gouging Fire, making sure that that has been dealt with. Dragonite and Chimpow is the last Pokemon remaining. Extreme Speed going into the Amoonguss, but it is Rocky Helmet. Spore is coming out into the Chimpow, and another Facade into the Dragonite will take care of that. And now it's a lone Chimpow versus the world, and this is looking very tough, to say the least. And that is GG, well played, VO. That means we've already seen 2 matches. Hey, it's going fast. Sometimes the matches can go a little faster. We still have quite a few matches going on as well. Okay, we can close this. Okay. Alright, and you can. I put the message there. You can start whatever. No, like you can't start. I'm sorry. Allegro is. Okay. Then we're able to rewatch from the beginning. Okay, let's take a look at this, what they have. Alright, so Allegro has a Tornadus, Harflame, Ogerpon, Incineroar, Farigiraf, Ursaluna, Fluttermane. Covercloak Tornadus with Sunny Day trying to boost up its Harflame and Incineroar and even potentially the Fluttermane as well, because this Fluttermane is not any other Fluttermane. It is Choice Specs Fluttermane, meaning this is an absolute beast, especially in the sun. When you get a special attack boost or even a speed boost, this Fluttermane could prove to be very strong. Then the Farigiraf and the Ursaluna is something that we've seen time and time again. You set up Trick Room and you're able to make sure that your Ursaluna is unbothered by any sort of fake outs. Also very nice. On the opposing end, let's take a look real quick, is Trinky. And Trinky is playing Galarian Moltres. Oh wow, I'm just now seeing it. Sinistcha Galarian Moltres with the Citrus Berry, not the specs that we've seen quite a bit. It's the Nasty Plot version. Rapid Strike Urshifu, Incineroar, Latias, and also Choice Specs Fluttermane. This Latias is also Covercloak, Mist Ball, Dracometer, Tailwind, and Helping Hand. Hello, Thibaut. So let's take a look how this game is going. Moltres Galar plus the Incineroar. You are able to get a Nasty Plot off for turn 1, I suppose. But it's just going to be a Tailwind, Nasty Plot, and a U-turn from the Incineroar. Wow, good play. As now Lati is able to come in. It's quite unbothered by the Ogerpon, but it's just going to be another switch to the Incineroar. We have Terra Fire, so getting a +1, but it's still -1. And the Sunny Day, massive amount of damage. But that's the nice thing about Galarian Moltres. It has very decent bulk. Ivy Catcher coming out. It's low enough so that its Berserk activates, which activates when you get below 50% HP. Citrus Berry gets it back above that 50%. And now if it gets hit again, it could as well get 2 Berserk boosts. But now it's up. Like, look at this amazing special attack stat right now. Being able to Fear Wrath and almost clear both targets here. And now with Incineroar on the field, you're able to fake out still the Tornadus, because while Covercloak does not work, you still have the option of just being able to KO it. So right then and there, that's the option. So we have Protect coming out from both sides. Incineroar still on the field as the Protect is coming from the Moltres just as well. Trying to reposition itself, but not working this time. We have a double switch out here. Sinistcha Hospitality helping it, but the critical hit will take care of this Moltres, which is of course increased thanks to the Ivy Cudgel. Ivy Cudgel does have increase also of hitting that. And now Ivy Cudgel into the Incineroar. It's a Latias with Terra Steel with Levitate as well. So it is able to take this facade quite well. Miss Ball not working this time. Sun Ivy Cudgel. No, we saw it earlier. It did not kill because it's still at -1. As a headlong rush into the Sinister. So this Latias is now the end game plan here, because the Ursaluna not really able to hit either of these targets, but there's still this Fluttermane. Machagotcha for a really good damage and just a KO onto the Ursaluna. Okay, so now Ogerpon comes in. It's a +1. They don't have Tailwind right now. The Latias is able. Oh no, they can get Tailwind with Tornadoes, of course. Miss Ball will just pick up the kill because it specs, right? Even if you set up Tailwind, that is going to be a kill there. Blake Windstorm missing the Latias. This Terra Steel Latias is putting in work right now. No more Tailwind, so now Tailwind plus Ivy Cudgel can kill the Latias. Oh, it's just going to be a Spiky Shield actually. First set up the Sunny Day. Okay, to scout out if the Latias is actually staying in. Rage Power coming out will kill the Sinistra. But now this Incineroar, if it's able to survive, it will take care of this Ogerpon. And now it's Lati and Incin versus the Tornadoes, and that is game 2. We're quickly gonna take a look at what still has to be finished. Alright, so still a few matches, so let's take a look at the following match. We're gonna ignore what we see, we're just gonna look at instant replay. Okay, let's see what the idea here is. So earlier we saw the Incin lead immediately dropping, Incin Moltres lead immediately dropping the speed, like the attack stat for the Ogerpon. So that seems to be the same game plan as the opposing Incin called Unk from Allegro is able to fake out now just as well. So this seems like a quite neutral play, being able to make sure that there's no sort of nasty plot shenanigans happening. So yeah, just a polite exchange, of fake outs right now happening. Alright, Terra Fire getting the +1 boost. Ivy Cudgel coming out, not enough to kill. Getting the +1 with the Moltres right now, though, as it is nasty plotting. And a U-turn coming out from the Incineroar, trying to make sure that this Moltres is almost back to full health. And another U-turn, meaning that now Fluttermane is able to come in. Sinistra is able to make sure that it is able to redirect any sort of attacks here. But we already know that from this range, the Ogerpon will survive a Feeder Ref most likely, because we saw it in the last game. It is actually going to be a hard switch into that Incineroar and a Protect from the Moltres right now. Shadow Ball not really affecting this Incineroar, as well as the Ivy Cudgel not doing all that much. Meaning you do have Fake Out option again, and the Moltres being at quite, decent special attack, as Fear doing massive damage to the Tornadoes. And now you're able to bring in the Sinistra again! If your only real option to do damage onto this Moltres is this Ogerpon, you need to be working around it. And working around is really hard when there's a Latias, Incineroar as well, being able to deal quite well. Moonblast will just kill the Latias. Do we have Terra yet? We still do have Terra. It's Terra Steel on the Moltres. But if you do that, suddenly you're getting hit harder by this Ivy Cudgel in the following turn. Moonblast just enough to kill the Incineroar as Fear is coming out. And as we see, not enough damage onto this Fluttermane, as Moonblast plus the Ivy Cudgel will pick up the KO. Okay, that means that we have a game 3. Let's see. Alright, 3 more matches. Okay. We saw the adaptation. I like the adaptation as well, like not leading your own Incin. So let's take a look. All right, Urshifu, Incineroar, the Fire Pond, and the Fluttermane. Fluttermane is able to just Moonblast any targets here. Is everything Terra Steel? There's a lot of Terra Steel going on Tricky's team. Okay, we have the Terra Steel on the Urshifu burned now. Surge Strikes into the Flutter Mane to just KO this already. But now you're locked into Surge Strikes with a Tornadus who is able to set up the Sun as well. Ogerpon coming in, not bothered by Intimidate from this Incineroar. And now you even have the option of Tailwind, or if you know your Ogerpon is faster, which is not, thanks to Choice Scarf, you're able to just Ivy Cudgel that slot. Switch to Lati. Okay. Terra Fire, get a boost. Whoa, 53? That's crazy damage. She comes back in, back to Incineroar, trying to make sure that this Ogerpon is doing less damage. Sunny Day, Ivy Cudgel will be enough. Critical hit as well on top. But at -1, even the Sunny Day does boost it enough so that the Ivy Cudgel would have picked up the KO again. Urshifu is in. Fake out onto the Ogerpon, but now you need these Rapid Strikes to do real damage. 27, 24, but that is looking like a survival there. As now you have still 2 more turns of Tailwind with an Incineroar being able to fake out and the Ogerpon being able to Ivy Cudgel whatever Pokemon is on the left, and that is exactly what's going to happen as the Flutter Mane has now been dealt with. That is the last turn of Tailwind button. So now 2 more turns of Sun. Urshifu is able to KO the Ogerpon here. But there's still a Tornadus. You have Terra Steel. Oh, just a close combat into that slot. So meaning this will be an Ivy Cudgel into the Urshifu. Knockoff will be KO. So it's a 1v1. Tornadus versus Incineroar. Protecting itself because this Flare Blitz will do damage if the sun is still up. Bleak Wind Storm. Not that much damage at all. Knockoff. And that is looking like it's going to be game. Bleak Wind Storm again. Let's see. Flare Blitz will pick up the KO. And that is game. So, wow. Galarian Moltres still got it. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, and we're waiting for one more match to finish. Yeah, let's take another look at the metagame, right? Now that it's been finalized. A lot of Lando T. Yeah, these 4 are not surprising. $18 DDs, but only 5 Iron Crowns. Interesting. Okay, there's 2 Galarian Moltres. Let's see if it's on the same team. No, one is Screens, one is Incineroar and Sinistra. Okay. There's only 2 Iron Bundles, which I'm surprised by because it's been doing so well. Okay, 2 Walking Wakes, both in the same Sun team it seems, yeah. And my boy Okidogi. Oh, with the Heatran, okay. Okay. Whoa, Calm Mind, Suicune and everything. And Sableye. I, for some reason, completely tuned down to Sableye. Completely tuned it out. Alright, I'm gonna drink a bit. Team-wise, the healthy genies of a healthy metagame. It's cool seeing Lando T come back, honestly. Because, like, a lot of people were writing off Lando T. And now seeing it back makes me happy. This guy is cooking. Okay, I need to see what the Ariados does. Insomnia. Okay, that's kind of fuego. I'm not even gonna lie. So that you're not getting carried by Among Us. Because then you have 4 Pokemon that just don't care about Among Us. You have Hatterene with Magic Box, she's Enamorous with Overcoat, Ursaluna when it's burned, Ariados with Insomnia. That's actually really funny. I love you, Parmesan Lugubre. This feels like an old team. This is Pomod as well. Okay. Oh, here's... Okay. Reg F is also back. Body press, heavy slam, iron defense protect. Oh yeah, I've played against this, I think, on ladder. I got destroyed. Nice. How did the tournament on the weekend go? What tournament did I play again? Oh yeah, Professor Cup. I got if I was in top 8. So that was pretty good. I was happy. One more match. So I'm not gonna complain. But like it was the Archeladon rain again. And here's the Regigigas team. Crush grip, yeah. A new 2-2-2-2. I like the sauce that people are bringing. But I love Terra Steel, probably because of the rock slide spam, right? I haven't even played local since May, LMAO. No! You got this, Axe. Did you win your first round? Okay. The second round should be up in a second. Just gonna film. I kind of like this. They're like, you're locked into EQ, so you only have 2 Pokemon next to you, but like, they're 2 really good Pokemon. Okay, let's see. Yeah, round 2 is up. Okay, let me go bother people. I already had Fio. Spatty, I like Spatty, and I'm gonna bother you. Alright, whoop. Whoop. And whoop. There we go. And I should update this to round 2. Okay. So these ones we've all had. Okay, let's get it. I do think the rise of the Latis seemingly interesting. I like it. But yeah, bulky T-wave spammers. Yeah, and if people are still joining and you want to play, registration is still open. You're missing 2 rounds, but hey, practice is practice. Actually, let me take a peek at what Axe is playing. Let me take a peek. His goal to go. Damn, I went Bandurs. There we go. Okay. Rillaboom, Urshifu, Choice Scarf, Live Orb, Nasty Plot, Go, Dragon Small. Okay, so we've seen this. I like the balanced version together, but like with the two good special attackers here. On the other end, Arcanine, we have the Fluttermane, the classic. Dragonite, okay. King Gambit, I like that actually. Kowtow, Sucker, Terra Blast. What do you want to hit with Terra Blast? Grass types, I suppose, but what grass types are really bothering you right now, King? Tell me, King. Okay, Fluttermane and Dragonite. Immediately being able to, like, the only target you can Thunder Wave is the Ogerpon. You are able to Icy Wind and Scale Shot, but this Golduck is actually pretty free to do what it wants. You're gonna see. All right. This is real Schmont target, not just like caster Schmont, but Golduck, it's gonna make a big splash. Just saying, like after all this T-Wave nonsense. Golduck with the Nasty Plot. No Protect on the Fluttermane. The only real good switch in for this Mega Rain is a King Gambit. Ice Wind set up for later. Another Nasty Plot. Yeah, you're free to stay in. Free to do what you want. Checking that they started. Yes. Maybe I need to adapt my text so that people know that they can just start. Multi-scale coming King Clutch. Dragonite still surviving. What does Rillaboom do? High horsepower. This is high horsepower Rillaboom. Wow, haven't seen that in ages. Gently. Like U-turn has been prominent so often. Okay, but no more Tailwind. Liam! Oh. Liam, are you playing as well? Ta-da! I love that music. Alright, so Grassy Glide KOs the Dragonite, but high horsepower from the Rillaboom. Does it KO the Golduck? Looking like it. Terra Fairy defensively. Okay, let's see if it worked out. Maybe there's a Wood Hammer coming out, but no, high horsepower. Just did late check-in, 1 round 2. Nice. Welcome to the tour. Alright, one more Pokemon remaining. This Golduck, absolutely not caring about this Thunder Wave, Rock Slide stuff. Never mind, Rock Slide killed. Wait. Where there's a Rock Slide, there's a way. Never forget, it's Rillaboom and Tornadus. There's a Rock Slide, there's a way. Never forget. Bleak Wind, miss. My god. Sash, okay. And the Rilla flinched. Where there's Rock Slide, there's a way. That's incredible to see. This is, man, this is old school VGC. But the Bleak Wind Storm, single target, enough just to KO it thanks to that Terra Grass. Whew, that was close. I bet you were sweating. I think Dr. Agenite definitely was sweating there. I know I would. Oh, damn, I didn't even see. Finnabas, Fluffy Playery, thank you for the follow. By the way, if any people decide to follow, that would be nice, because only 4, and then I'm at 1300, just saying, FYI. Okay. What is the adaptation you make here? I think you can lead with the Arcanine. The Arcanine, okay, so the Arcanine is able to intimidate the Ogerpon and like still get a strong Flare Blitz off onto the targets. If I click on you now, get closer because you're already following. Okay, I meant like if you haven't been following. But it's Dragonite Urshifu this time. And Urshifu Ogerpon. Dragonite is looking decent. For 7 years. Damn. The ancient one. Okay, but we both know that close combat does about 50 to 60 most of the time to each other. Okay, it's going to be follow me. U-turn onto the Urshifu. No U-turn onto the Dragonite to break that multi-scale. Tornadoes. Coaching. Dragonite going in for the full offense here. So now these scale shots will be hurting. Scale shot is a roll. Depending if you get 4, it's a roll. If you get 5, it's not a roll anymore. 5 is guaranteed on the tornadoes. And let's see on the Ogerpon. Ogerpon, no, it should survive. But another coaching though. Oh, nothing. Scale shot, that should be it. Oof. Dragonite could very well be running away with this. Because even if you... Oh, the last one is Reggie. Okay, wait. Yeah, no, you're still fine. You have Terra Fairy Dragonite, yeah. Whoa. Beautiful adaptation here. Like, believing the Dragonite plus the Urshifu as a lead. Ooh, missed. That sucks. Coaching. But the Dragon Energy will at least take care of the Urshifu. But now we have a +3 Dragonite. In Tailwind with boost. Okay. The play here. Dodge. Yeah, that's it. Dodge. That's my entire play. If you dodge the scale shot, you are able to Ivy Cudgel the Dragonite. And if you critical hit, you have a shot. But if not, I'm afraid not. Oh! Sometimes I need to not say anything. What? That worked out. Yoshi, hello. Okay, where there's rock slide, there's a way. Last Pokemon, did we already know the last Pokemon? Yeah, it's Urshifu. Yeah, so I think the Urshifu can win this. Because it's Choice Scarf as well. But Drake Meteor. That's an unfortunate critical hit there, though. I should not have mentioned the possibility of critical hits. So if the critical hit didn't happen, I felt like the Dragonite was able to run away with it. Okay, that was our first game. Oh my god, they invited me for everything. I should say thank you. Thank you. It should be nice. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so we had that one just now, so let's take a look. This one is a different one, yep. We were gonna look at okay. Still a few matches going on. Okay, first turn, let's take a look. Is that... That's Cobalion. That's not... That's Cobalion? People play Cobalion? Alright. Iron Defense Cobalion. Oh, I remember. This is Cyberman. This is Cyberman playing his fake Zamazenta. I was genuinely looking at it like, what? But this is fake Zamazenta. 2-0 and 2-0 both games. Nice. Okay, fake Zamazenta actually kind of goes hard, not gonna lie. Okay, let's take a look. Yep, fake Zama. Okay, fake Zama, and we have the Fluttermane with speed control. Yeah, Terra Water is fine defensively because it's only Grassy Glide as well. U-turn. Rilla? Yeah. Oof. Never mind. That still did a lot. Ogerpon Wellspring, not really the best defensive Pokemon. Versus two Grassy Glidey Pokemon. Woodhammer, ooh, not enough to kill the Ogerpon. Do you have Instant in the back? Because you kinda need Instant. Body Press, not even enough to kill. Oof. I honestly didn't believe Grassy Glide. Like, thank God Grassy Glide got nerfed, right? Fellas, right? Because, oof. Okay. And it's only the Fluttermane left versus the entire team, which is not looking great, let's be honest. Okay, that's game one. Let's take a look at game two. Okay, fake Cobalion. Is it a fake Cobalion time again? Well, fake Zamazenta. Hans-Jörge 15, best name. I don't even know what that reference is to. Okay, Iron Defense again. Outrage! Oh. Okay, Surging Strikes. Shu is still not down. And Krampus just... Outrage again. Okay, so we spent our Terra on our Raging Bolt. Body Press onto Dragonite, breaking the... Well, nothing. Okay, Outrage not working this time. Body Press into that slot? No. Oh, they do have Sacred Sword. Yeah. We'll lower the speed. This T-Bolt, but honestly respectable. Okay, Soul Pow. Oof, are they double Prio spamming? Ooh, the miss. Big miss. And now only... Yeah. I'm a fan of fake Zamazenta though. I forgot this was Cyberman. That's funny. Okay, Hans-Jürgen and Xerox. So we cut those. And now we can look at Gmax. So, wait, do we already have round 3? Oh. I'm gonna just take a peek real quick. Okay, not drop them. Do not drop them. Do not drop them. Good. Well, didn't work this game. No, but you know it's okay. It's okay. All right. Let's take a look. So Fire Pond, Specs, yeah, with Trick Room and Ghost. Okay, and then Urshifu with Choice Band, yeah, Terra Ghost. And then Standard Balance, Ivy Cudgel, Source Sense. Is this Wolfie Balance? No, it's still Para Flutter. Okay, okay. Let's take a look. Wait, how many rounds were there still? I already forgot. I was meant to look, and I immediately forgot. Okay. Okay, Ogerpon, Fluttermane. Urshifu's hard switching for this. Ooh, heavy casual. Critical hit, but able to survive. Source Dance comes up, but the Hyper Voice will pick up the kill there. Oof. Your taunt, but... Heavy casual, not a critical hit. 30%, man. Okay, Terra Steel Urshifu. This Ogerpon just went... just did it 3 times. That's crazy. Just said, what about cudgel? But what if I just cudgel? Am I right? Okay, adaptations. Let's take a look. We have Whimsicott this time. And the Fluttermane, so being able to Sunny and just boom. But Fluttermane going for the taunt. Meaning this is probably a Moonblast then into Incineroar. Not too much damage. As a Party Shot will come out. Okay. Now, you are taunted, so this Whimsicott... Where is it? Where's the sprite? Here. Okay. Not the greatest. Moonblast is good attack, but like not the greatest thing. Okay, and you're stuck in Power Gem as well, so... And Ball is able to Calm Mind. Okay, but now if you bring back in Whimsicott, they're not gonna Encore, right? They're not gonna like Calm Mind again, right? No, Depulse. Because you should be attacking then. Ooh, no Encore. Agriculture not enough to KO the Incineroar. Dragon Pulse will be enough for the Ogerpon though. Okay. Okay, now with this board state, are you fine to Moonblast? The last Pokemon remaining will most likely be that Ogerpon still. So depending what you have in the back. Ooh, big crit. It wasn't? That was just for sheer damage? Wow. Oh yeah, he did Dara. Okay, Ogerpon. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So Ogerpon in that position. And now Ivy Culture into the Whimsy. Because Fiery doesn't win on its own. Oh, you Power Gem to try. Yeah. Good damage. Hyper Voice. Okay, Hyper Voice. Maybe actually. The Farvik could still prove to be useful. Because you're at +1. The Bolt is low, as well as the Flutter. Ooh, but then now you need to KO. Oh, and the 4% survival on the Flutter was really important there. Ooh, close. Alright, game 3. Let's not look at spoilers. Okay. Let's quickly take a look at games. 5 more games. Okay. Urshifu and Band Urshifu and Whimsicott and Rilla Incin. It's also Terra Ghost, so you're kind of afraid of this Band Urshifu. Oh, did you see into that slot? No, sorry, strikes, okay. I mean, Bandit's still damage. Woodhammer, not enough to KO from this range, Grassy Glide. Good Thunderclap. And now the Bolt is gone. That's also really good. Okay. Well played there. The positioning is great because getting rid of the Bolt already is super good. Tailwind, Ivy Cudgel for the damage, but not doing all that much damage thanks to the Terrifier. Ivy Cudgel in return will pick up the kill. Your own Urshifu now able to go for some Surging Strikes, but you need to call left or right, and it's going on to the right. Oh, what do you lock yourself into? Power Gem again? Yeah. Yeah, but now pick up by Grassy Glide and knock off. Yep. Okay. So positioning wise, I think really good with being able to KO the Raging Bolt quite early. And then losing the endgame because of Ogerpon. Ogerpon is such a good Pokemon. It's insane how good it is. Especially against things like Fluttermane who love clicking Moonblast. And making sure that they're not able to thanks to Follow Me or even like Strong Ivy Cudgel from time to time. Nice. Well played. Invited me to a 4th battle. No, this is the same. Okay, I was like... I thought they invited me to 4 battles. That would be crazy. Okay. Wait, this is round 2? Yeah, only 2 more. Let's take a look. Nice. Okay. Okay, so yeah, standing wise, we can't really see a lot, but you're seeing a lot of the same. If you pass quickly through all the Pokemon, you can see a lot of the same colors passing by, right? You can definitely recognize all the instances if you scroll like this. Whoop. You know, pretty big tour. How many people do we have right now? 103. Nice. Okay, just because I wanna, just because I wanna know, did Axe win? Yeah, Axe 1-1. Let's go. That's my goat, Axe. Hey, that's my goat. I'm very unbiased, by the way. This is all right. Axe doesn't play that many tournaments, so I get to be, I get to be biased today. That's my goat. Oh, nice. Francesca Pardini is also streaming it, and VJ. Okay, cool. So if you're bored here, you can always take a look at them as well. Oh, do we got next pairings? No, we just have the standings in. I did not recognize that flag. Whoa. All right, also 2-0. Okay. Trinky we just did. Midori. Extra spicy peppers we've done. Oh, let's go bother Yoshi. And let's go bother Paul. Yeah. Boop. Boop. And boop. Sometimes it's that easy. I love that it's all people that I know as well. It just happened, but like, after a while you get to know everyone, right? So Midori won versus E1. Because they had to play each other. So, because they're in call together, so, and then round 2 they had to play each other, funny enough. Sometimes it's just funny how the world works. Okay, we'll do boo. All right. Round 3. So this is where a lot of times it makes or breaks for tournaments, I feel. If you are 3-0, confidence all around. 2-0, you're still like, it's going all right, But 3-0, that's when when people start feeling confident, you know? All right, we got Midori first. Okay, Elizabeth versus like Trick Room Bear. We've seen this team. We've definitely seen this. Like a version of it. Because now this is also with the booster Moonblast Taunt. You only have real speed control with the Thunder Wave and the Farigiraf with Trick Room for the bear, but you have Fake Out and you have Follow Me to support it as well. Oh, I should change to round 3 there. So, considering those options here, Tinglu is a really good Pokemon, really strong as well. Because Vessel of Ruin lowering the special attacks, of course, of the 3 special attackers here on R&B's side. Thanks. Just gonna join them so that people know that they can just start. Okay. Farigara Fluttermane. Immediately to boot off. So you can taunt the Gouging Fire, I suppose. Making sure it can't howl. But this Gouging Fire, which is good development, I'll be very real, I just want to point out. Not playing Burning Bulwark. Because Burning Bulwark, really good concept-wise. Like, if you know that Pokemon is going to attack there. But now the Pokemon has been out for so long, no one's attacking into that slot with a physical attack. If they're not sure. If they can avoid it. Heat Crash, Skill Shot, not working. The Farigiraf being able to set up the Hyper Voice immediately. Nice. But now you are very much afraid of an Iron Head, no? Your +1 special attack. We saw the double up onto the Fadi. Fadi could as well protect the following turn. And you can't just Moonblast the D-Knight because, of course, its multi-skill has been broken. Yeah, Terra Steel to try and avoid that. That's a good call. Thunder Wave going into the Dragonite. He crashed. Not enough for the Fluttermane as the Ironhead going in there. Okay, okay. But now Flutter can go for another T-Wave, I feel, on the Gouging Fire. Oh, it's just Incineroar switch, actually. You could have done Incineroar switch plus Trick Room, I think. With the options you've been given, of course. But now this works as well. Now you can bring in Fiery. Oh, it's Urshifu, actually. Okay. Getting all the Paras down. There. Okay, so Fake Out into the Dragonite. It is not inner focus. Wicked Blow, go doing massive damage to the Gouging Fire, but not enough. Para. Flinch. Yo, is this Arcanine? Okay. A strong Wicked Blow could very prove effective on to kill the Gouging Fire, while the Dragonite can get Flare Blitz, and that is exactly what's happening right now. 2 versus 3, Zapdos comes in. Okay, so the Incineroar, clearly not the most useful Pokemon right now to switch out because of Defiant and, of course, Clear Amulet. Fairy is Terra Fairy at 55%. I think you're fine locking yourself into CC still. Because you are able to EQ CC, right? Oh, it's just going to be a Brave Bird onto the Urshifu. Fire Blitz into Zapdos. Not enough to KO it. Earthquake right now. Earthquake, Earthquake, Earthquake. Huge! Although, right now the Farigiraf is able to kill either of both of them with Hyper Voice. Zapdos Brave Bird will kill itself if it goes after Farigiraf, and I'm not even sure it's gonna kill the Farigiraf, to be honest. Because Galarian Zapdos, really cool Pokemon, has Defiant, good, decent attack stat, but not good enough in that regard. Oh, never mind. You know, sometimes you talk a lot of smack and then the bird proves you wrong. But anyway, it still feeds to itself as Incineroar is able to Flare Blitz and win the game. I love how Pokemon love proving me wrong. And fair to you, I'm actually gonna look at that. Brave Bird, 50 to 60. Yep, that was definitely able to kill. You know, I was wrong. I'm big enough man to admit that when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay, but didn't go with the Trick Room variant, and I felt like Midori was afraid of that. Tinglu and the Zapdos. We could get Coaching Terra Poison, actually. Fluttermane does have a speed booster, but most of the time, because all the T-Waves ones are bold, they're quite defensive, so like picking up kills not always goes hand in hand with Fluttermane, but Fluttermane has such a high special attack stat that it's just able to do stuff, you know. And And as I'm seeing it right now, it does 93. T-Wave onto the Zapdos. Brave Bird, massive damage, but not enough to kill. Earthquake will pick up the kill. Okay, okay. Meanwhile, I am peeling an orange. So if you're hearing any mushy sounds, that's the orange, I swear. Okay, Urshifu, you're able to CC. You're focused out, so you're not locking yourself into anything. We know that Zapdos is locked into Brave Bird, though. Okay, CC, so dropping its defenses, so this Earthquake still powerful. Brave Bird into Fairy. How did I think it was not gonna kill? And Star Blast calling the Trick Room, but now Tinglu is the slowest Pokemon on the field, so I think this is actually kind of fine. No, am I wrong? No. Psychic kills a Zapdos, 100%. Urshifu Dark, you do Wicked Blow, I suppose, but Earthquake, decent damage. Brave Bird will pick up the kill. So setting up this Trick Room, not maybe the best idea. But I was about to say if it's bear in the back, maybe, but no bear. So Midori being able to win on lead here, I feel. It is not over, but don't get me wrong, it is very hard to come back from a position where you have one Pokemon still at full health and Ferrograph at only 9. And especially if that one full health Pokemon is Incineroar, who's not really able to deal that much damage to Gouging Fire. But now we're aware of the speed stats and interactions as well. Tinglu will move first, followed by the Ferrograph. Okay. Nice. I'm generally looking at this, and I feel like Midori is not prepping for just Trick Room. What's wrong with just going Fairy? And for example, lead with the Urshifu, for example, so you threaten a Tinglu still, or even Incineroar, so you have one fake out target, because even if you Defiant proc the Zapdos and it has +1, its Brave Bird won't kill the Ferrograph. Or you can even do Water Pond to just make sure that you get off your Trick Room, because I feel like the Trick Room is still fine, but you need to be able to deal with the Tinglu, I suppose, yeah. Question is how we're dealing with Tinglu. So Zapdos and a Tinglu again. Okay, if we're going for the Terra Fairy, and that will kill the Zapdos with a critical hit. Was that a roll? Yes or not? They needed that crit. That's insane. They actually did need that crit. It's gonna do. Oh no, that's a Tinglu. Wait. No, that's a kill. 104 to 124. These defensive ones don't run that much special attack anymore, so let me lower that for a bit. Probably not. Okay, sorry. Was distracted by calking. What happened? That's the issue when you start calking. Okay, Gouging Fire going for Protect, Flaming, Moonblast onto Gouging Fire, Hyper Voice, and Earthquake will kill the Flutter. Okay. He crashed. Not enough on Farigi. Ooh, and a Psychic will be enough. Okay, you can't. Okay, we already have seen Terra Ferry onto the Flutter, so you can actually just scale shot into this slot. He crashed at 20%, so you're. It might be a roll actually on this Farigiraf. So if the Farigiraf is able to get off that trick room, it might be able to do something. It's protecting Howl actually. And party shot not working. So I think you should have gone after the Farigi in this turn. But that's still a call to make because, of course, the Farigiraf does have access to protect. Ooh. And now you have an Ursaluna Blood Moon in Trick Room. Not the best thing to see at all. I think endgame wise, yeah. You're still fine to focus on the Farigi. I personally think. Urshifu back, but good adaptation, yeah. Well played. Okay, that means that we can move on to our following game. Shadows Inc. versus Crying Flormals, which okay. Live Orb Golago. Booster. Okay. Encore Fake Tears, yeah. Okay. And then standard Ursa. Well, Ursa team. Okay, just raw make it rain. Whoa. We'll double up will KO the Farigiraf, yeah. The knockoff will KO the Golden Go. That's nice. Oh, beautiful ammo switch for the Surge Strikes. Yes. And a Terra Grass with the instant as well. Oof. Okay, so you Rage Powder plus EQ. Okay, still fine. Still fine. You fake out. Well, they need to switch, I suppose. They don't switch. Is there back thingy? Pow? Might be Pow in the back. Yeah, Pow in the back. Ice Spinner doesn't kill Ursaluna. EQ, Dragon Pulse. Okay, 49. Okay. That's the thing, of course. If you play Fari, then you don't have the bulk. But if you play P2, you don't have the armor tail. So it's like choosing between the two is always hard, I feel. Let me quickly check how many matches still need to be finished. Okay. Okay, we've seen this. Fake out into Raging Bolt is fine, I think. No fake out. Steep Bolt again. This is game 2, right? This is... just gotta check. Yeah, this is game 2. Okay. Amogus comes in. Okay, now because Amogus has come in, you are able to spore at least. Okay. I want to see if they made the same play again. Ah, okay. Hi, Cyberman. Because I could also just protect. I don't know. That's true. That's true. I was generally like on the mindset of like it worked for them the first time. Maybe that's actually true. I don't know if I always do the same play. Ah, and they woke up. That's rough. Yeah. That's actually rough. Okay. But yeah, just an adaptation. Like, if you predict your opponent to do differently, can always happen. That's the thing as well. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Gotta go. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for playing Axe. Love you. Keys. All right. So there's still a few matches left, but we haven't seen Paul yet. So our back man. Heatran, Fluttermane. So that's the Heatran, amazing Pokemon. Defensively amazing. But when I played Heatran, like Ogerpon was just introduced, I hated playing seeing Ogerpon immediately because Mold Breaker, my guy. I was so lucky with the woke up at the first turn possible. It happens, you know, that can always happen. That's the thing as well. Okay, just a Grassy Glide into the Flutter. Double Grassy Glide into the Flutter. Alright. What did Flutter ever do? Good Heat Wave. Now Lati. Lati being able to resist everything is nice. Instant on the back maybe. What are you switching? Because Tailwind plus kinda icky as well. Okay, Fake Out. No. Oh, they just went for Loss of Purge. And a Heat Wave. Not enough to KO. I'm missing. Okay, now you have Fake Out plus. Okay, Flutter. Fake Out on the Heatran because Latios is Cover Cloak, Loss of Purge, not doing all that much, but lowering the special defense. As you Calm Mind. I like that. I actually kind of like that. Fairy type that sets up. Okay, now you got Fake Out again. Or you got even Knock Off if you want to. Okay. Yeah, Live Orb Heatran does damage. Does Shadow Ball... I was about to say, does Shadow Ball KO Latios? I don't think so, right? My answer had no Cabalion answer whatsoever. That's funny. You have a good replay with Cabalion then? The fake Zama. It's looking pretty okay. That's less fine. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. We're cooking. That ended perfectly with the music. I just want to say that. That was like perfect. Okay. Let's watch their game 2. No spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Fake Out doesn't work on a T. Fake Out on Heatran does. Ivy Cudgel? No, Source Sense. Okay. Ooh. Big Loss of Purge. Now you're guaranteed to Spiky Shield. Oh yeah, Latios is slower. I always forget. Oh, there they say speed stat. Oh. Potentially, depending on their spreads. But that's probably not jolly with Grassy Glide. Like being able to delete a Heatran like that, gotta feel good. Agenrik, thank you for the follow. Okay, parting shot to get back in. Fluttermane, Kurama. Alright, the 9-tailed fox, Fake Out, not working on the Fluttermane. Loss of Perch. I feel like Loss of Perch is really good though. Good attack. Another Cudgel. Okay, bring back in the Instant, yeah. Are you not just able to U-turn into Critical hit. Okay. Big crit. His tailwind is back up. You fake out. I think now you can just win, right? Yeah. Oh, critical hit there as well. With Hammer Chaos. Now it's Lati versus Rila. Oh, Flutter is still in the back. I forgot about Flutter. Oh my god. Oh my god. I completely forgot about Flutter. And it's Calm Mind as well. Yeah, what do you do? GG. Nice. Alright. Let me... Simon, if you're still in chat, send me that replay. I want to see... Let me see if you put it on your own chat. Round 2. Yes, he did. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Zama. Oh, right. It always does this with replays for some reason. Wait. I can't. Taunt immediately, yeah. Terra Water? No, protect. Okay. Locked it to Flare Blitz. I honestly press the Arcanine survived that one. What do you have? Is a Gambit in the back? Got my first win on the tour. Hey, congrats! Proud of you. Well done. A dub is a dub. Yeah, what's actually the Cabalion answer here? There's actually no Cabalion answer. Urshifu, yeah. Surging into that slot. No, they read that one. That was good. Real at the back? Yes, sir. Okay. They have a shot. They don't. Lefties, grassy. And they locked it to Rock Slide. Oh! So close with the critical hit on top as well. The 5% the surging roll of my Flutter, yeah. True, I forgot about that. Yeah, he did KO you. No flinch. Will KO, but Rillaboom will KO itself. Alright, Arcanine and a Dream. That's the thing as well, being able to protect for Grassy Trade and lefties is crazy good healing. Look at this guy protecting in front of this poor dog. Alright, Cobalion might be powerful. Huh? Please don't. There we go. Fixed. Okay, round 3 should almost be over. Whoop! Da, 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 da. Ba. Okay. How much time do we still have? One more match. Let's do it real quick. Real quick. It's been ages since I've played. Yeah. Not fully evolved. Hippo. Yeah. Bug not fully evolved. Shedding, yeah. No, what's the other? Ninkara. Wow. My brain fully farted there. Yes. Not fully evolved steel type. Q-Fat. I gotta go Celesteela. I love Celesteela. Bug flying. What's it called again? Masquerade. Ground flying. Gligar, Gliscor, Lando. Guess I'll go Gligar. Alright, ground type in Unova. That's not a rock type. I was thinking of Gigalith, but Gigalith's not a rock type. It's just pure rock. What's a ground type? Krokorok. A Nova Buck Shell Mat. I like the little guy. A Nova Steel Geneset. Oh, Gligar was the lowest. Nice. You know, those are the highest. Damn, I should have done Lando. Least common. Swine up. I've got none. Damn. They went for Excadrill Mega. Okay, sure. Bro, it's the same percentage. I'm at 5.2, 5.2. I'm there. Put me in. Man, okay. Oh, new round. Oh. Yoshi, I just had Trinky out. I don't think Oh. Oh, I might have missed this. I might have missed a lot of matches now. Oh no. Let's just try a few. Liam is definitely one. Liam, let me in. Liam. Liam. Ooh. We've had this one already. Yeah. Okay. Let's put the thing back. Liam got me. If anyone got me, it's Liam, baby. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's take a look. That's not a team. Okay, the genies of the healthy meta. Urshifu Sash. Faraway Throat Spray, yep. Overpod Heart Flame, the classic. And then Golden Go with the choice specs. On the other end, Fluttermane, Moonblast, Icewind Taunt. And then Incineroar with Will-O-Wisp, okay. Will-O-Wisp only really affecting right now the Urshifu. AV Bolt with Electroweb. So Electroweb and Snarl. Oh no. And Dark Urshifu. Okay, immediate Tailwind plus Make It Rain. You can switch, you can protect. Switch to Incin. And then after that protect, you can switch to Bolt as well. But it's just going for Terra Steel as well. Icy Wind. Faster. -1 speed, go, Make It Rain still coming out. Will be able to KO the Fluttermane. But now Lander is able to redistribute this Earth Power right into that slot. Okay, Lando versus Lando. Ooh, this is looking like prime Sandseer targets. Oh, no Rain Dance actually. Liam has no Rain Dance, so that's not gonna... Well, you can bet on the inaccuracy, but it's really rough to do so. Honestly, you're fine to Sandseer, right? Because the Bolt can only touch you with Snarl or Dragon Pulse. The Lando cannot touch you. I think it might be fine, actually. Ooh, whoa, big damage despite the AV and spread. And now with Urshifu on the field. Okay, Thunderclap, of course, critical hit, but Sash. And now you can focus down. And it's only one Pokemon left, yeah. Okay, just saying, I love it when music ends right as the game ends as well. That's like... That stuff makes me so happy, you know, that just makes my brain go so happy. Wait, this is round 4. Whoops. Oopsie poops. Okay, adaptation wise. So if you Terra, then the Lando in the back is able to deal with that. So that's why I think like being able to protect, switch an instant or even Bolt might be better in that case then. And then you can keep your ground flying typing. I suppose. But like it's still tough because Tailwind offense, man. Because if you bring your instant in lead and they don't bring the go, suddenly it's way scarier as well. Yeah, exactly. If like Rapid Strike Urshifu is there. But now you have your own Ogerpon. You're able to redirect moves if you want to. You're able to double up onto the Genie if you believe they are gonna Bleak Wind Storm first. I feel like that's fine for them to do as well. To just Bleak Wind Storm first. Tailwind is good for endgame wise. Maybe it's better just to Tailwind, but like if you do Bleak Wind Storm and you know that you're faster, looks pretty fine. Ogerpon going for the Terra. Terra Stellar on the Urshifu. Icy Wind coming out actually. CC? And it is enough. Beautiful CC there. Close combat. A critical hit. This Sash Urshifu keeps getting crit. That's kind of funny. Okay, Raging Bolt. Now able to Thunderclap either slots here. Bleak Wind Storm just coming out. No clap coming out. CC the landers. And it is a critical hit and it just KOs! Whoa! That was a big crit. Now you have your single strike Urshifu. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough. Is my internet dying again? It is. Okay, does it work? Hello, 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 hello. Are we back? Okay. Are we back? Okay. So I open a new tab on Showdown. So I can see what rooms I'm still in. Wait, you and see we can play. Yeah, yes please. My internet completely crashed. Ah, man. Thank you. Sorry. You can play. Thank you. Thanks. You can always play. Don't wait for me. Ay, 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 ay. Internet crash, man. Ugh. Okay. Am I still... That's the issue as well. If I do that, I can't open them anymore, so... Yeah. Okay. Insin 9 to Articuno. Gastrogate, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Sorry about that, guys. Crash on the internet. Oh, immediate freeze on the Bolt, but the Bolt unfreezing and being able to Calm Mind. But still, really good damage. Blizzard again. Blizzard again. Was a nice surprise, yeah. Liam, if you're able to invite me again, because I was really into your game as well. I'll watch it after this one then. Okay, Rageable, just going for the Calm Minds right now, making sure that you're able to set up as well. Thunderclap, miss. Articuno magic, man. Rillaboom goes down. It's still Raging Ball on the field. Okay, clap this time connecting. Aurora Veil being set up and the parting shot. Okay, okay, okay. Did Raging Bolt outbulk this? No Terra has been used, so Terra Grass, Dozo looking mighty fine. Tatsugiri, you have Aurora Veil. You don't even need your Terra Grass, but like it's just a win more button, right? And your Clear Amulet, so you do not care about these Intimidates. Wave Crash, Ace gone. Yeah, now you need a critical hit somehow. Urshifu does manage to crit with Surging Strikes, but it's not gonna be enough. Earthquake coming out. Good damage. Critical hit can still happen. So if, for example, the Urshifu is now able to critical hit, Dragon Pulse gets redirected to the Tatsugiri, and then it's only a low Ninetales. But the odds of that are small, unfortunately. Fortunately for the Dondozo, unfortunately for the opposing player. Regibolt still hanging on. Dragon Pulse is enough for the KO. Wait, is Regibolt able to win this on its own? No, right? You protect once. Okay, so the Tatsugiri locks it to Ice Wind. You don't care about the Tatsugiri then, right? Do you not just T-Club Ninetales? Am I wrong? Oh yeah, no, because they can Helping Hand or something. Yeah. Okay, GG. Alright. Oh, thank you guys for the invitations as well. Oh my god, bless you guys. Okay. Tornadoes, Urshifu. So yeah, Terra Water. This is where we were. This is where we were earlier. Okay. Icy Wind coming out. Dropping the speed. And they went for CC with the Terra Star onto the Ogre and Ogre got KO'd. Yes. Okay, okay. Close combat into the critical hits. Into Focus Sash. I remember that. Yes. And now Raging Bolt is able to... Oh yes! This is what happened. Bleak Windstorm and then the CC critical hit. Oof. And then Electroweb, KO. Okay, and then Urshifu. Urshifu versus Landorus. There's no terrain, but these two should be faster. Tailwind coming out. Thunderclap not working. Yeah, Earth Power is enough for the kill. Because a lot of Urshifus run like 20 special defense, but that's not enough ever, right? Yeah. Alright, thank you, Liam. You invited me to, so I could at least see the final one. Okay. Okay. Quickly take a look. Okie dokie. Alright, Torkoal, Walking Wake. I really like that Walking Wake somehow is used as well. Okay, Tailwind. And yeah, we got you into the Torkoal. And the Eruption. Still decent damage, actually. With Terra Fire, you're in decent position because, yeah, the only thing really able to hit you is this Power Gem. Damn. Walking Wing barely surviving. I love how I said damn, and then here in the corner you see GXO damn as well. Okay, Flutter, Walking Wake. The Flutter is locked into Power Gem. You have your own Speed Boost Moonblast that shouldn't kill the Farigiraf. These are both the last two Pokemon. Okay, you protect. Yeah, that's fine, because now Fari needs to Hyper Voice to kill the Walking Wake, but Psychic shouldn't? Yeah, no, shouldn't. It's also single target Dazzling Gleam in the Sun with choice specs. Yeah. Okay, but we have a game 3. Hoo-hoo. So I'm excited for that. Thank you for the players, like sending replays and everything, for being able to watch something at least. Need more replays? I said some. Yeah, I saw. We're watching this one live, and then I can have can watch your replays as well. Thank you. I really appreciate it, by the way, guys. Very nice. Gives us some more options to showcase some great battles as well. I'm gonna crack my bones a little. Okay. Feel free to use them for my playing channel. Okay, thank you. Okay, Fluttermane and Whimsicott. Torkoal and the Walking Wake again. So, this is the one where you have like the 50-50. Walking Wake can actually just protect, right? You could just protect and scout out what the Torkoal wants to do. Okay, so Power Gem. Terra did KO the Terra Fire Walking Wake earlier, but Power Gem can do massive to Torkoal, I feel. Yeah, these Torkoals are made very durable. Because that's what it wants to do. You've just got Flamethrower in the sun to kill the Whimsicott. And Whimsicott not really able to provide much other stuff, right? Okay, Terra Fire Walking Wake. It is Power Gem. Not enough. So the Hydro Steam will come out. Whimsicott going for the Moonblast, and that will pick up the Walking Wake KO actually. And now Eruption will pick up both as well. Torkoal the only one standing still right now. After this devastating turn 1. A Walking Wake gone could prove to be very useful here because, yeah, Fluttermane is able to Power Gem, for example, on the opposing end. But from knowledge, most Ogerpon should not get killed by Power Gem here. But therein lies the issue. If you Power Gem, you give the Ferrigraph option to attack to get a Hyper Voice off. If the Ferrigraph gets a +1, you still then the following turn a Helping Hand plus Power Gem could prove to be enough for the Ogerpon. So you can't if you go for the Spiky Shield plus Trick Room, then Torkoal is able to Eruption and KO both, unless you Terra Fire. Oh. And that is exactly what's happening. Terra Fire and Ferrigraph and the Fluttermane is locking itself into that Power Gem right now, and Eruption coming out. So now the Flutter has two choices. A Power Gem won't KO the Ogerpon, shouldn't, but a Helping Hand Power Gem certainly will. And now because Ferrigraph has chosen to beat Fire type right now as well, it is in heaps of trouble, to say the least. Sadly, I need to drop. Bye. Oh, bye, Yoshi. Hope you have fun, man. Close combat. And that was a gamble to put yourself into position, but like locking yourself into Moonblast would not have proven effective to the Ogerpon. You still have a Pokemon to switch out to in the end, so maybe not as much of a gamble as it needs to be. But yeah, the Ferrigraph also being Terra Fire gives this Fluttermane suddenly a lot of options with Power Gem. Well played, guys. Well played.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, Ducky. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm ready to do some casting.
Nice. Now we're gonna watch 2 of Ryo's replays for now. Because earlier my stream, my internet completely crashed. And I was not unable to cast for a bit. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So we got the Gouging Fire more on the standard side with that Ogerpon Water, and I assume a Choice Base Flutter against the Tail Room team with Regidraff versus Luna, Urshifu, and the balance score of Instant Ammo for Regidraff. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, I do think like something like Ferrigraph Amogus looks pretty fine, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Black Glass.
As the Flutter immediately switches to Ogerpon. King Gambit here is looking primed to just go for a setup, maybe, but it goes for the protect, same as for Regidraff. Amogus going for the support, the Ogerpon just comes in free here.
Yeah, I think like
the Trick Room.
I think in position to now Trick Room would be pretty fine, but actually opting for the Hyper Voice first as a SD is coming out and just pull puff into the Ogerpon. Okay. Oh, I should pause stuff.
Opting for the Terra Fairy as the Ivy Cudgel is coming out. It does connect with this Regidraff doing a lot of damage, And we're gonna see the King Gambit probably going for the counter cleave into Reg F. It's enough to KO. The Amoonguss does get the spore off, but no Trick Room. So assuming there is the Trick Room core with Instant Ursaluna in the back as the Instant comes in, this might be harder now.
Yeah. And it's Terra Dragon Gambit as well. So Ivy Cudgel doing quite a bit of damage there as U-turn, not doing all that much damage as Ursaluna is able to switch in. Amoonguss now will be able to pick up the KO onto the Ogerpon thanks to that Pollen Puff and a little critical hit on the side as well. As now Ursaluna does have its Guts ability, but the unfortunate thing, the Funky Monkey is here.
And as you already have used Terra on the Reg F, this Ursaluna is trapped on a ground type against this Rillaboom, so this instant has no choice but to switch in on the Amoonguss, hoping that this Woodhammer is enough to make not enough for the Ursaluna. It isn't, and the Ursaluna does get the KO on the King Gambit, and suddenly it's in their favor with Ryu having 3 Pokemon up against 2, but it is the Flutter Rillaboom here.
Yeah,
it's switching out for the Amoonguss.
Fluttermane having to decide what to lock into with his choice specs. We already have a little spoiler as the Incineroar is switching out for this Amoonguss slot as the Ursaluna is protecting itself, and it has chosen to go for that Dazzling Gleam as well. Just double it, going for the Dazzling Gleam and a Woodhammer onto the Amoonguss. Not all that much damage. Is Amo able to win this solo? No, right? Because you don't have Sludge Bomb. But you are able to let the Ursaluna go down, spore the Fluttermane, bring in the Incineroar, and then try and win from there.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the Instant is going to get a crucial attack off into the Fluttermane as the Amoonguss is getting to put it to sleep. Rillaboom trying for the high horsepower into Amoonguss, which would have been critical damage, but it dodged it. So Instant coming in, dropping the attack for Rillaboom again. Fake out onto the Rillaboom. An interesting choice here. Oh, to heal up the Incineroar again, to have it definitely stay on the field. So Instant Amoonguss, a prime pair here against the Rillaboom Fluttermane. High horsepower at -2 is just not enough really to do a lot of damage. Maybe would have hoped for a crit here, but as we didn't get it, the Flabber's just connects and KOs it. And with the Palm Puff into the Incineroar, we guarantee that it's healthy enough for Incineroar to KO Flutter.
AV Incineroar built different. I did not expect that to
Definitely.
just to KO. I'm just checking real quick.
Seems to be an adamant one as well with the damage. It's just to Fluttermane.
Alright, then we can move on to game 2. So adaptation wise, I do like the King Gambit. I think the Ogerpon is nice there for support, for making sure that the Amoonguss is unable to spore things. Ryo seemed to have led with the Trick Room mode, but even without the Trick Room mode, proving that the support next to the Ursaluna has proven to be enough in that regard.
Yeah, and we see Ryo go for an adaptation with the Tornadus Ursaluna, and also an adaptation on the other side with King Gambit Ogerpon. We already see that the King Gambit is switching out for Rilla, not wanting to stay in front of the Ursaluna, maybe getting a Tailwind and Headlong Rush into it would be too scary. Ursaluna opting for a safe protect, while the Ivy Cudgel is connecting the Tornadus, and the Tornadus is going for a Bleak Wind, connecting out both and doing very crucial damage here.
That's really good damage there that you definitely want to see. So now suddenly 2 grass types in front of Tornadus, not looking like the best of positions. We have the Terra Fire coming out from the Funky Monkey. Ursaluna also will go for the Terra Ghost. Ogerpon still fast enough to be faster than Ursaluna in Tailwind, as the Ursaluna will be able to survive the double up, actually barely, but still able to make sure it is able to provide, as you might say, as Ursaluna is just protecting itself, and the Rain Dance is coming out, and the Dazzling Gleam will pick up the KO onto that Tornadus.
Yes, the Ursaluna hanging on is very crucial, as it can possibly get another attack off, but obviously the opposing side is going to try to lock it down with a priority move, either with the King Gambit or Rillaboom. The Flutter is looking primed to really just dazzle here all the way, but with the Urshifu coming in here, the Tailwind up, the Rain, it is looking bad. Also, that Rilla having Terra into the Terra Fire means there is no switch in for the Surging Strikes. This Urshifu is free to go for so many Surging Strikes now in the Rain. This is a prime position for Urshifu with the Bridgerwrath in the back on top. There is no fake out to really counter this. Urshifu looking really good here just to sweep the board state.
Yeah, exactly. Grass Glide being blocked by the Armor Tail. Close combat into that King Gambit will be able to pick up the kill, as the Hyper Voice just doing a little bit of damage, as the Throw Spray will activate just as well. and you're still in prime position, as we said, and that is game well played there. So we saw two different modes with the Trick Room version and the Tornadoes just being able to prove its usefulness. Because that's the thing as well with Tornadoes. Most of the time, Tailwind bots, whatever, the Rain Dance, Tailwind. But now with the Sharbeak, really good damage that we saw onto that AV, Incineroar, and even Ogre Pond Water being played more as a bulky support Pokemon.
A lot of respect to Ryo for clicking Bleakman on turn 1, catching the Rillaboom switch on top. There wasn't a lot to go for, but also going for the Tailwind when you could have easily been faked out is really risky in that position.
Yeah.
But it worked out. So, really well played.
Yeah. Okay. All matches have just concluded. That's good. For some reason, Lati twins are doing great right now.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Well, the Latias is 3-0. Trinky might be... Let's see where Trinky is. Trinky just lost his first one, but... It's a cool team. Actually, I want to see what the Ariados is doing. There was an Ariados earlier.
Yeah, there's an Ariados?
It's 3-1? What? Okay, I'm definitely...
You send it. I want to see it.
Oh, wait, let me find them first. Okay. Playboy Curry, hey, we gotta get you on. That's crazy. Liam I just had. Let's do Coco and Faust. Boop, boop. And then one more. Preferably. Let's do a 2-tour as well. Always try to spread out a little bit of the games. Okie dokie. So, how was your day?
It was fun. I had a lot of activities to do throughout the day, so I'm a little exhausted, and that's why I'm late as well. Sweet.
Yeah.
Hope you do my chat. And
Yeah.
yeah. How is everyone looking for Birmingham though? That's what I'm interested in. How are you looking for Birmingham, Schwan? Are you attending?
I'm going. I'm just what the prep has been minimal, but we're going with vibes. That's the goal. So
you could also just take whatever team is winning this tournament and just run with that.
All right, whoever wins, I'm
really
taking your team.
your
Yeah. Who wins, I'm taking your team. No choice. I'm sorry.
DM Schmon.
Yeah.
We need the paste.
I'm desperate.
You are investing into a regional champ. I can see it.
Okay. Ryo sent me his link as well. Okay, we can take a look at Ryo as well. Ryo and Dr. Agonite. We've seen Dr. Agonite earlier as well. Who honestly, the team has been working quite well. Because earlier, I remember it was against Dragonite and the Golduck was just sitting there. Dragonite and... Oh, I'm trying to remember who the Pokemon next to it was. But it was just Golduck. It seems to have such a niche typing that is looking very nice within this meta as well at times. Where it seems to just work. As now we have Golduck, Rillaboom as the lead for Ursaluna and Incineroar. So Incineroar, of course, threatening. Yeah, Incineroar, of course, threatening Golduck and Rillaboom immediately. But what's Ursaluna doing? What the dog doing, as they would say.
Yeah, you would expect that Ryo maybe would be leading with Tornadoes or for Reg F with the Incineroar to get one of their modes up here. But just leading with Ursaluna Instant, going on a straight up offense. As the Goldengo is going for the Protect, there is a Fake Out coming out into Rillaboom. This Rillaboom is not going to be able to move. As this Ursaluna just sends out a Headlong Rush into the Denga.
Damn. What's happening?
That was basically not a lot of happening here.
Yeah.
The Ursaluna is just getting his flamer up. The Rillaboom is just recovering the fake out damage here. But overall, I would say that Ryu is maybe in a better position. This instant with the Soulfest is just standing in front of two Pokemon that can hit super effectively. However, that is changing with that Ogerpon switching in. The Ursaluna going for the protect. Rillaboom pivoting out with the U-turn. So really just a double switch in a sense. The Goldengo coming out as the U-turn from the Incineroar's coming out. Opting in the Tornadus here for a possible Tailwind threat here. Ogerpon Goldengo against Ursaluna Tornadus. We have to see how the speeds work out.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I might have to put your sound a bit up on my end. Suka. Wait, can you talk again?
Hi.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, no, we're good. If anyone in chat thinks Ducky is too quiet, let me know, please. Okay, but Tailwind being up, Ursaluna not faster than the Goldengo, despite the Tailwind. Facade into the Ogerpon, able to kill it. And the Grassy Trade plus the burn, barely keeping it alive. So this Goldengo quite fast, or this Ursaluna really slow. Wait a minute, this is Legends. Hey, it's Pokemon. Shh, shh, shh. Latest game, it counts.
Yeah, as the Tornadus is coming in, the opposing side has revealed all their throw Pokemon. But do you really need the Tornadus here when the Goldengo is just faster anyway? Despite the Tailwind? You have to obviously cover for the Bleakwind Storms here. As I say that, Ryu is going for the Rain Dance and the Bleakwind Storm on the opposing side, dropping the speed as we are known to it, and the Goldengo going for a nasty plot here. This Incineroar switching in, it can knock off, it can Flare Blitz, not in the rain particularly, but that knockoff is looking quite juicy into the Goldengo here. However, the opposing side can obviously match a Tailwind here. As the Tornadus is going for the Terra Ghost, just another Bleakwind, no need to set up the Tailwind if we're just faster anyway. The Instant going for a U-turn, which is kind of punished by the opposing side not going for the Tailwind, as we can just send a Make It Rain into this Urshifu switch in here, doing a lot of damage with the +2 nasty block we set up before.
I'm honestly impressed that the Goldengo wasn't the one to Terra, because you saw the Terra Fairy in the rain versus the Incineroar. But now you still have Prime Surging Strikes target into this Goldengo and a nice Bleakwood Storm into this Rillaboom switching in. Just as well as Rillaboom is able to survive that, but at what cost? At very low HP at the very least.
This Rillaboom Tornadus being the last two Pokemon for the opposing side, while there's an entire Incineroar for Ryu's back here. And it's looking a bit bleak, as I may say, because how are we going to deal with the Incineroar here that is just going to switch in, intimidate the Rillaboom, and we are just able to spam a lot of Bleakwinds here of ourselves. As the opposing side is going for the Fake Out and Tornadus and the Bleakwind to the Incineroar. As we see, it doesn't do a lot of damage because of that Assault Vest the Incin is carrying.
Yeah, also no drop, which might be kind of important, because with AV you tend to be a little faster as well. So a Tailwind plus Incineroar being able to knock off this Tornadus is looking very nice, as the Rillaboom is unable to really touch this Incineroar. Touch is maybe grand thing to say. You're still able to hit it, but not with any super effective damage. Like, for example, with a high horsepower and being at -1 and then not hitting for super effective damage. Could prove that this Incineroar is a mainstay onto this field, as there's only a few turns of grassy terrain remaining as well.
Yeah, and Ryu opting for the Tailwind, saying, I want all of the advantages, including the speed. But the opposing side is just going for the Glide and the Bleakwind, getting the speed drop onto Incineroar, as well as the Instant is going for the U-turn to KO the Rillaboom. The Instant is coming back in, the Urshifu is coming back in. Ryu does have the Tailwind, so this Urshifu is going to move before the opposing Tornadus, and it is going to be enough to KO here, despite the rain fading away. Ryu takes game 1.
Okay, so interesting to see the plays that these players have made, because, yeah, as I said earlier, the Goldengo not terraing into Terra Fairy seemed like something weird. Ryo just messaged me. He said, I have no idea what happened in game 1. I clicked random buttons. Well, sometimes it just works, you know. Sometimes a team is that good. If you don't know
what you're doing, how is the opponent supposed to do what you're doing?
Like, if you don't, like, if sometimes your team is just that good that you're just that solidified that you don't really need to do a lot of crazy plays or anything. So, what are some adaptations that you might what we might be seeing. I do think like something like just Regidrago lead could actually be fine.
Yes. A Tornadus Regidrago would be what I would love to see here, but with that Farigiraf, that could threaten a possible Terra Fairy, that's obviously not as wanted for, as we just see the Rillaboom Goldengo again. So Riot going for an adaptation here despite winning, and the opposing side going with Rillaboom Goldengo again, feeling very confident in the Goldengo itself.
Yeah, and so no fake out can be used, but in this position, you're fine to just knock off the Goldengo and getting rid of that Liver, for example, or you're just able to go for a U-turn, get some residual damage onto this Rillaboom as the Woodhammer is going into that Farigiraf. So a Trick Room plus U-turn could prove to be useful if the Ursaluna was there, but it's just going to be a Trick Room with the Incineroar still on the field, which is honestly just as fine, because you're still able to Flare Blitz this Goldengo, you're still able to Flare Blitz this Rillaboom.
Yeah, this Incineroar is... Why would it need to switch out here if it's just in a prime position in front of a Steel Ghost and a Grass type? That is perfect targets for Flare Blitz and knockoff. This is Incineroar's dream in a sense. So it is, and with the Trick Room on top, now it's just going to be the fastest quote-unquote Pokemon on the field, with Farigiraf also being able to help with some Hyper Voice and some psychic damage, as we see the Goldengo go for the Terra Fairy, and the Hyper Voice immediately doing a lot of damage, enough for the Flare Blitz to get the KO. And the Rillaboom going for the Woodhammer, it's just not enough. That Incineroar's Intimidate doing a lot of work for this Farigiraf to stay on the field, as well as the grassy terrain recovery. The Tornado's coming in, but what is the Tornado's doing here? Are you lost? We are in Trick Room.
Yeah, Tornado's not really the greatest Pokemon we want to see in Trick Room, but that probably means that the Pokemon in the back is an even worse Pokemon to have in the back, which could very well be that Regidrago, I think. Right now, a Hyper Voice definitely is able to do decent damage, but getting a KO is another story, because this Rillaboom still has the Terra option as well. Being able to go for that Terra Fire, making sure that Incineroar is not able to KO it. But then what are you doing in the following turn? It is no Terraform either. It's just a Hyper Voice and a knockoff into that Tornadus, and that is just gone, as the Ogerpon is now the next Pokemon of kin to just come in. And honestly, it can go for Grassy Glide onto the Farigiraf, because you have that Mold Breaker ability right now.
Yes, however, that Fake Out still has high priority, so the Farigiraf, all of its job is just getting that Fake Out blocking utility here. The Ogerpon going for Follow Me, but Hyper Voice is just a spread move. The Incineroar going for the U-turn. We get to see what Ryo has in the back, at least one of the Pokemon. And, well, with Ogerpon against the world, the instant switching in for the Intimidate, it's looking really, really rough, despite still having a Terra. With the Incineroar coming in on the last turn of Trick Room, this also means you just get a Fake Out into Trick Room again. And, yes, it's just enough. And Luska says, I don't want to play this anymore. You've won.
That's a fair assessment to make, because being in Trick Room, very hard to say. Alright, we got some more invites as well. Let's take a look at rounds 15 out of 13. Okay. Let's take a look. So, we got Lucario VGC versus Watty VGC, who's playing a similar team as what we just saw with Ryo as well. Versus Rain actually coming out. The Rain has come out to play Rain with the support of Amoonguss and Incineroar. So let's take a look at what they are leading.
So we see a Porygon 2 Incineroar against the Incineroar Pelipper. Both Incineroars obviously wondering, what am I doing in the rain? But with Porygon here being able to just set up a possible Trick Room. Pelipper, however, possibly going for knockouts into the opposing Incineroar here, maybe getting a Hurricane Confusion into the Porygon. There is a lot that could happen here that could just go wrong as well.
Yeah, exactly. Intimidate's going off, and we see that the Incineroar on this side is a little bit faster, as we just have a double switch Fake Out into the Incineroar. Are we seeing just a Trick Room? Yes, there is Trick Room, but there's also an Amoonguss on the field. And
Yeah, the Amoonguss on the field obviously loves the Trick Room here, because it is slower than both the Porygon and Incineroar, presumably, and could just go for Spores here, saying good night, despite there being the threatening Trick Room here.
Yep. But we're seeing the Amogus going for a Sludge Bomb immediately onto his Incineroar, expecting a Terra Grass here. Not happening. Ice Beam into the Amogus, massive amount of damage. Citrus Berry healing itself as a U-turn onto the Amogus. Make sure that we get a pivot out. And now Ursaluna in Trick Room and unbothered and unspored as well. Meaning that it is able to fully prove its power right now. Sludge Bomb coming out, not doing all that much damage as you just are able to Earthquake, doing massive amount of damage. And the pickup from the KO from the Terra Blast from the Porygon 2 as well. Oof.
Yes, that is the strong combo of Porygon 2 and Ursaluna. You just get to Terra Flying Earthquake. Most of the threats that are coming in, even like that Archaludon, couldn't take the Earthquake and Terra Blast combination. That special attack boost on the Porygon obviously helps a lot. Fake Out coming out into the Ursaluna as the Terra Blast does deal a lot of damage to the Pelipper. Not enough Hurricane going into the Porygon, but no confusion. So with that last 2 turns of Trick Room, I think?
Yeah, 2 turns.
There is the Incineroar going for the Terra Ghost, Headlong Rush, not enough to get the KO on the Incineroar. It's just going for the Party Shot, but Porygon has KO'd the Pelipper, so there isn't damage coming out, and Porygon going to finish off this game.
Damn. Like just
I blinked. What happened?
Yeah, sometimes it can go that fast these games. Just being able to set up the Trick Room and then the Ursaluna coming in. There's not really a lot that can switch into a Terra Blast flying special attack boosted, plus an Ursaluna that's already burned as well at full battle prowess to say the least. So what isn't broke works is something that both players are thinking, because we have Pelipper and the Incineroar right now as their lead. Intimidate coming out first from the AV Incineroar on the Porygon 2 side, so we already know that the Incineroar is going to be faster. You do have Terra Ghost on this Incineroar to fake out the Porygon 2, trying to make sure that it's not able to set up any sort of Trick Room as of yet, but then you are burning through your Terra immediately, but this might, just in this case, might be worth it.
What I'm also wondering about is we have just let the Porygon have the special attack boost, so it would do a lot of damage. However, we see the Porygon 2's Incin just going for the Fake Out into opposing Incin, and the Pelipper getting the KO with the Weather Ball. So the Trick Room is just coming up and the Ursaluna is out. It does not have the Flame Orb activated yet, but that Porygon with the special attack boost on top of the super effective hits Ursaluna can provide might just be enough to KO either Pelipper and Incin here. You might have to see this.
Yeah, this is rough again. Ursaluna going for that Protect, so maybe right now a Party Shot could be quite useful. Will
Huh? This Ursaluna protecting itself from something that would have helped it.
Maybe expecting a double. That is a crazy read to make.
In the
yeah, maybe unaware of what, of course, Guts ability does. The Guts ability makes it so that if your status, your attack stat raises by 1 point. I don't remember by heart. 1.5. Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. So Ursaluna now in Trick Room still able to just rummage on through, being able to prove itself quite useful.
I blinked. What happened?
Yeah, it just happened again.
There was just one turn with 3 Pokemon, and then there was next turn with 1 Pokemon in the back, and I missed it. But that just speaks for the power of Porygon 2 Ursaluna. It is just that explosive.
It's that explosive, yeah.
Will allow it to just go ham, especially with that special attack boost in the Porygon 2. That Terra Blast Raw did a lot of damage to the Pelipper.
Yeah, even to like the AV, like it picked up a KO on the AV Archaludon, which is a resisted hit and still picked up, which is on its own also really impressive. Oh, we get to see the Ariados. Okay, I completely forgot that. That's why we were so excited as well. How many matches? Still 5? Okay, we're good. All right, let's take a look. So this team is crazy. So Ariados, Acid Spray, Disable, Rage Powder, Protect, but it has Insomnia as well.
So it is just immune to Spore.
Yeah, so you have 4 Pokemon that are immune to Spore. You have the Hatterene with the Magic Bows. You have the Ariados with Insomnia. You have Overcoat onto the Enamorous. And the last thing is, of course, when the Ursaluna is burnt, it is also immune to that. So I just want to see Ariados gameplay, honestly. That's the main thing that I'm here for.
but you may have to wait with that because it's just going to be the Hatterene and Didi against the Tornadus Landers. Hatterene and Didi, a staple for hard Trick Room teams, just trying to just get the Trick Room up, maybe spamming some Expanding Force next, and the opposing side is answering with Landorus Tornadus, so saying, hey, I'm just going to Choice Band Earthquake here, possibly, I'm going to Bleak Wind, and just hope this might be enough.
Yeah, with the banded Landorus and also the Tornadus with Bleak Wind, this could prove to be enough. Let's see, Bleak Wind Storm coming out, doing quite some damage to Indeedee. And the Bandrus, not enough for Indeedee. It's Indeedee with a steel chair. Being able to set up the Trick Room.
Indeedee hangs on. And because it's set up the Trick Room, that Hatterene that just protected itself is now free to just Expanding Force. And in fear of that, that Landers is switching out into the Chien-Pao. And the Hatterene is presumably taking here Expanding Force or Dazzling Gleam. It is a helping hand coming into the Indeedee. It's going to be the Expanding Force. And the Tornadus just faints immediately. It cannot withstand it. The Urshifu coming out here. Chien-Pao Urshifu against Hatterene and Indeedee. Usually I would like this, but it is under Trick Room here. So this Urshifu, knowing that it's in danger as well as the Chien-Pao, just double protecting, hoping to stall here. As this Indeedee is going for Healing Wish, giving a free switch into whatever is coming in here. It is the Enamorous, and it's just looking prime to sweep here. This Hatterene is going for the Dazzling Gleam, Chien-Pao dropping to the Sash, and the Enamorous is going for the Earth Power, covering the Terra Steel Urshifu that happened here. The Chien-Pao going for the Icicle Crash, but it is one turn of Trick Room left. This Chien-Pao can protect, but this Landorus is in danger of just being doubled up upon by this Ursaluna and Hatterene. The Intimidator is obviously going to help, but the Chien-Pao defense drop might just be enough for Ursaluna to KO. Expanding Force already doing 70+%, and then that Ursaluna Facade is just enough. Icicle Crash, Ursaluna dodges it, and that might as well seal it because Chien-Pao is not able to get a double KO here. It is going for the Icicle Crash into Ursaluna. We see that Ursaluna, despite the super effective hit, is still able to hang on, and Hatterene going for the Dazzling Gleam, finishing game 1.
What? Crazy game. Okay, Indeedee surviving the double up of the double spread there, and then followed up by this Ursula dodging this. Also, correctly reading there was going to be a protector, making sure that Indeedee was able to switch into a different Pokemon. Cray. Just cray. Okay, we are small spoilers, but let's take a look at what this game 2 entices to. This time going different lead, Annihilate and Hatterene, and now this Intimidate on this Landorus, not looking that great.
Yeah, I would be scared of that Annihilate, but not necessarily because of the +1 Define, but rather that Choice Scar Final Gambit. This Annihilate can just snipe anything on the field, and this Goldango, while it can just set up here, can it survive 5 turns of Trick Room? That is the big question that we have to ask ourselves here. The Landorus is switching out into Chien-Pao, not making the case for Goldango taking a hit here any better, but that final Gambit targeting into Chien-Pao means it just hangs on with the Sash, as the Goldango is going for the nasty spot setup. Hatterene setting up the Trick Room with the Terra already burned, and Enamor switching in here. Goldango +2, but how well can it use it under Trick Room when there's a Hatterene and Enamorous in front of it, and the Chien-Pao, its best friend, is already at 1% HP.
Yeah, protecting yourself to see what this Enamorous might be clicking. It's just going to be a Dazzling Gleam trying to pick up the Chien-Pao and a Mystical Fire onto the Goldango. Sucker Price for the Chien-Pao doing over 50%. Dazzling Gleam will pick up the KO on the Chien-Pao because there's no Psychic Terrain, of course, as Earth Power will pick up the KO onto this Goldango as well. So 2 Pokemon down. Are you able to survive these Trick Room turns? It
is the Urshifu in the bag as well as the Landorus. There is still the Terra in play for the opposing side, so the question obviously is what is gonna Terra here. The Indeedee is switching in. We had Indeedee in the back the whole time for the Psychic Terrain here. Possibly to just start clicking Expanding Force. Aqua Jet being denied by the Psychic Terrain, but Landorus hanging on, getting the Rock Slide off. It KOs the Hatterene and gets some chip into the Indeedee, and now it's 1 turn of Trick Room left against Urshifu Landorus. Urshifu is just going for an attack here. Landorus feigning to the Dazzling Gleam from the Enamorous. Indeedee going for the Follow Me, so that this Urshifu doesn't hit the Enamorous. It KOs the Ndidi, and now outside of Trick Room, it just comes down to, can this Urshifu KO Enamorous? Is this Enamorous tanky enough to take it? There comes the first, there comes the second, there comes the third, and it's not enough. Despite all of the critical hits, the Enamorous hangs on, gets the Earth Power off with 5% remaining.
Wow. Wow. Just wow, honestly. Excellent game to showcase the power of this team. Ariados, the call, man. I can't wait for this team to win, and then I have to play Ariados. Yeah, I mean, like, you have Acid Spray to drop special defense so that you're sure that even your second move is still able to absolutely nuke, right? I love that you're also disable. This is a crazy cook. I loved it. I love to see it, though. I love to see it.
Oh, is it possibly for this Ariados to just be slower than the Hatterene, so that when you're under chicken you have 2 redirectors?
No, because Ariados got a
plus expanding force.
Ariados got a buff in his speed, but it's still bad. It's well, it's 40, I suppose. No, it's got an attack boost.
You can still EV it.
Yeah.
You can still EV it to be slower than the... But the new round is up here.
Oh. Okay, let's go. Round 6. Let's go to our 5 hours, eh? Boop, boop. Ryo we've had a few times. Let's go to Trinky again. Been a while. Whoop. And
it's been a while indeed.
I want to see. I want to see it in action. I'm biased. Let me see it again.
Just let's see the Ariados.
I wanna see the Ariados. Yeah.
We force our player to bring Ariados.
Yeah.
We sabotage this.
Yeah, no, like, I just want the entire run of Ariados. I just want to see it at this point. Like, what? Who makes that? And why is it working?
Because Ariados is a great Pokemon. And
great Pokemon.
With your favorites to win the tournament. Smile.
Absolutely, absolutely. How many Thundurus are there? Only 3.
Chat, I want to see Magikarp at EUSC finals.
Yeah, it has a very nice niche, guys. Like, trust.
Guys, Splash isn't that bad.
It's not that bad. Okay, these are 2 5 hours
of Z moves with Splash.
Yeah, get the attack raise, right? +2. It's like Swords Dance.
I think it's +3 actually.
Oh, it might be actually.
All I say is, if you bring a Z move in the Scarlet and Violet meta, they will not see it coming. No one will. How would they know?
How would they know? How will they know? Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh yeah, let's get Garto already. And that one. Okay, let's take a look. It's Tornadus plus the Urshifu, Mystic Water Urshifu, Instant and Raging Bolt. Classic leads, we've seen on both sides. A Fake Out plus a Calm Mind, for example, a Fake or even just a Parting Shot and a Clap onto the Urshifu could very well prove to be useful as well. But it's going to be a Fake Out on the Urshifu, as the Raging Bolt is able to Calm Mind itself for 1 turn, because right now this Among Us is able to make sure it's able to redirect anything that this Raging Bolt wants to set up.
This Incineroar obviously could just go for an attack into the Among Us on top here. Maybe this Urshifu can KO it, but the Raging Bolt obviously has the Thunderclap, so we have to see what the players are deciding for. Am I going to go for the Rage Powder because I'm afraid of the Thunderclap? Am I going to commit my Terra to the Urshifu this early on? There could just be a Rilla switch coming in on the Incineroar, making this position rather invalid then. So this Among Us decides, hey, I'm not playing these mind games. I'm going to switch out here immediately. This Urshifu is just going to go for the Terra, as this Incineroar is as well going for the Terra. tanking this Surging Strikes coming into it. This Raging Bolt going for another Calm Mind as this Incineroar goes for the Will-O-Wisp into the Urshifu. It's deciding, hey, Urshifu, you're not doing any damage this game anymore.
Yeah, the Willow is working out nicely here. This is a bear you do want to burn, as Chimpao does threaten with Ice Spinner, but Ice Spinner on its own right now versus Raging Bolt is definitely able to survive one, at the very least. As Incineroar can be still used for later on as well. As Ice Spinner going into the Incineroar, as it just KOs the Incineroar actually. Whew.
As the Raging Bolt goes for the Protect, this Urshifu switching out into Mungus as well. So even if the Rillaboom is coming out here, you have to be afraid of the Ice Spinner and the Spore possibly here.
Yeah, Rillaboom coming in, being able to provide fake up pressure at least to the Amoonguss, because yeah, you do not want to get Spore right now. So Dragon Pulse into the Amoonguss could prove to be useful as well, but we don't have Terra anymore actually on this side because we've used it onto our Urshifu. Yep. Oof.
That is rough, but this Rillaboom is going for the fake out into Qianpao, as the Qianpao did try to attack. Dragon Pulse connecting into the Qianpao, KOing it, and we get the Spore off into Raging Bolt. However, there is just a forfeit. So with the Qianpao going down, maybe saying that, hey, I cannot deal with this Raging Bolt anymore. I cannot play this game out, and I'd rather hide whatever is in the back left.
No, it's the Raging Bolt that forfeited. No,
Wait,
it's the other one. No, it's the other way around. You're right. I was wrong. You were right. Whatever.
Okay, I'm curious what the adaptation is.
I think like keeping a Terra for your Amoonguss might be the most interesting thing, I suppose, because you're able to redirect the Bolt if you think that Bolt is the end game plan in that regard. Yes. But
as long as you can somehow deal with the Incineroar and Rillaboom, the Terra onto the Amoonguss is the best way to just counter this Raging Bolt. You can just redirect any Dragon Pulses. The Thunderclap is not going to come out. You can just Spore before it does get the Thunderclap out, and then you can Sludge Bomb for free. So, really, my question is, how are we going to deal with the Incineroar and Rillaboom on the offensive team side? And the answer is possibly the Landorus Tornadus that's being led here against the Incineroar Flutter Mane adaptation, saying, I'm not going to lead the Raging Bolt immediately here. I know you want to try and snipe it, so I will just threaten it with Flutter Mane.
Okay. I can see this. So Incineroar does have the potential to fake out, of course, either slots here. Flutter Mane is able to provide support with the Icy Wind as well. Landorus is not able to protect itself because it is that Bandorus set. Icy Wind coming out doing massive damage, but no KOs, of course, because it's a rather weak move. Bleak Storm, no fake out from the Incineroar, stopping Tantrum into the Incineroar will just KO it just as well. So in the end, you did take out a big Pokemon that was a thorn in your eye, as opposed to this Flutter Mane now only having some speed control. So let's see if they're able to switch this up into a better winning position, because if you drop the speed again onto the Landorus again, you're able to outspeed your Raging Bolt, certainly. But as long as the Tornadus is able to set up Tailwind, that will just be back to neutral, so to say.
And that League Wind crucially getting the speed drop on the Flutter Mane as well, negating the booster, essentially. And with Raging Bolt coming out here, obviously the Tornadus isn't able to go for any attack, and this Icy Wind is scary to just take on the Landers, but it is the Moonblast onto the Amoonguss switching, the Raging Bolt going for the Terra Fairy Calmite, as this Tornadus is just going for the Bleak Wind, just going for another attack, saying, hey, you're not clicking Thunderclap anyway, so I might as well. And they're getting it right.
Yeah, getting, honestly, still decent damage onto this Raging Bolt, especially now that it's lost its Electro typing. Now, Amoonguss is able to threaten with a nice Spore, but that is, of course, outside of this Flutter Mane counter, because, of course, it is carrying that taunt. So, is this Raging Bolt just able to run away with the game again by making sure it is able to keep setting up? Sorry, go ahead.
Is our Tornadus carrying taunt?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So the Cernatus is switching up for the Goldengo as Flurmain just continues to go for the Iceman, saying, hey, you're not sparring anyway. And the Dragon Pulse connecting onto the Goldengo switch in as well. Goldengo taking it really well despite the calm mind here. And Amoongu's Protect really not doing a lot here because of that Iceman Dragon Pulse double up. This could have been a possible sport here, but obviously a hard position to play in.
Yeah, I'm liking this position right now because with this Goldugo, you're able to just make it rain, make sure that you get some damage in. If you're able to KO the Fluttermane, it is of course gone in that regard. Tornadus is the one switching in, hoping for maybe a potential taunt to that slot, which is the thing that is happening. As a Make It Rain will now pick up the KO on the Fluttermane as Tornadus is in and able to provide any sort of tailwind for this Goldugo. And we have the reveal of the last Pokemon on Nazihazi's side, which is that Ogerpon fire form.
Yes, but with only the Raging Bolt and the Ogerpon left, I am interested in that Landorus Tornadus late game idea because now you're just in a prime position where you could just Tailwind Earthquake later on. So this Amoonguss is not really looking too good possibly anymore, but this Landorus is the first one to come in, intimidating the Ogerpon, taking the Ivy Cudgel, but it's enough to get the KO, and this Goldengo just going for another Make It Rain, just saying, I'm getting the damage down here, but with -1, it wasn't really that much into the bolt, and this Ogerpon is resisting it as well. Tornadus is coming back in here, but where is the damage in this position, I wonder?
Yeah, only getting the one Intimidate on the Ogerpon with 2 remaining Pokemon being very, very fire weak. You do have Rain Dance to try and negate that, but negating an Ivy Cudgel, which can always crit, plus a Raging Ball that is a +1 special attack, is a tough thing to do.
This Goldengo going for the Terra Water as his Tornadus decides to protect. This Ogerpon also deciding to go for the Spiky Shield as this Raging Bolt is hitting the Tornadus with the Dragon Pulse, but the Protect obviously denying any damage, and Goldengo just setting up. So suddenly we are in the same position, but this Goldengo just now has...
It's Terra Dragon, by the way.
Neutral.
Yeah.
Terra Dragon, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Terra Water. My bad.
Did I say?
It's alright, it's okay. Both tappings are interchangeable. Tailwind just coming out, no sort of defensive protect from Raging Bolt. So, Source Dance from the Ogerpon trying to call that out. Dragon Pulse into Tornadus. We'll make sure that gets killed. Okay, so now Amoonguss is able to redirect once more. But if the Raging Bolt is able to protect... Oh, okay, this is really rough. Because... A Make It Rain will kill the Raging Bolt, but yeah, Raging Bolt can just protect, so to speak. But what do you do following turn? Like the Ogerpon...
How do you get rid of the Ogerpon?
Yeah, that's the issue, right? You Sludge Bomb and pray.
That might be the answer, or maybe it's a Shadow Ball crit.
Yeah, double up on the Ogerpon. Amoonguss can win the 1v1. Cope him. Amoonguss going for the protect here. Shadow Ball coming out onto the Ogerpon. Decent damage, but not enough. Ivy Cudgel onto the Amoonguss. Dragon Pulse onto the Goldugo. Goldugo will go down, and now it's only the Amoonguss versus the world. Okay, Amoonguss, you need to dodge this. Pikachu dodge! No! Ivy Cudgel into the Amoonguss. A +1, of course, will KO. And that crowns Nazihazi to our only person. No, to one of our only people being 6-0. Because we have another match that might be that are fighting for it as well right now, which is Alt Kyle. So Alt Kyle is also 6-0. Yeah.
Huh. The Amoonguss was not able to toughen it out. The friendship level was not high enough.
The friendship level wasn't high enough. I asked them. Secundo. Okay. First, I want to see. You know what I want to see. You know what I want to see. Okay, it's the hard Trick Room, baby. Versus Rain.
It is just an Annihilate Indeedee on the lead, so there's still no Ariados here.
It'll come one day. One day, I believe there's gonna be one specific matchup, and the Ariados is gonna show up, and we're gonna be so excited. Okay, final game onto the Amoonguss. Barely surviving through Chop. Indeedee just gone. This is tough.
Yeah, Hattery and Ursaluna here has to somehow get the trick room up. The Ice Spinner obviously removing any psychic terrain, so any hope. The Sludge Bomb on top poisoning the Hatterene, so both Pokemon suffering under a condition here. Ursaluna obviously enjoys more than the Hatterene here. Hatterene going for the Dazzling, but both of the opposing side is protecting. So Ursaluna trying to go for the Headlong Rush, but yeah, stay protected, it's not enough. The Terra Ice Shard and the Sludge Bomb going into the Ursaluna, so this Hatterene is fitting to Ice Shard. There is the Earthquake coming out, but Chiempo hanging on, and with Pelipper in the back, I am not sure if this Ursaluna can tank an Ice Spinner here. As the Ice Spinner is coming out and the Facade KOing the Pelipper, this is a quick game 1 for the Rain.
Okay, I'll be real. I think it's Ariodo's time. I'm super biased. Give me that Ariodos. Annihilate, indeed. No!
Ooh, no Ariodos yet. Our casters are suffering under the lack of
bug poison types.
Ariodos.
This time,
so
going for
this
the Terra.
is going for, oh. Yeah, this is indeed going for the Terra Water, saying, hey, I don't want to be KO'd this turn. I need to get the trigger up for my team. The final gambit, the U-turn coming into the Chiempo, so breaking a possible sash. As the Saloon's getting burned, it's going for the Earthquake while the Chiempo is protecting. Amoongus going for Spore into the Indeedee, but since Saloon just clicked Earthquake, it KOs it. The Enamorous coming out, taking an Ice Shard from the Chiempo. As it's going for the Dazzling Gleam here, KOing the Chiempo, and the Amoongus going for the Sludge Bomb, getting it to KO on the Enamorous from the chip that Ice Shard hit, and the Earthquake KOing the Amoongus. It's Annihilate Ursaluna against Archaludon Pelipper.
Terra Steel on the Pelipper, so Facade not being able to be KOing it. Electroshock coming out right now into the Annihilate, doing about 50% Hurricane onto the double up, onto the Annihilate. Will pick up the KO here. And now it's a lone Ursaluna versus the world. Headlong Rush into the Archaludon is enough for the KO, but right now this Pelipper is able to just go for that Weather Ball and pick up the KO there. Alright.
Probably not going for the Earthquake here because of the White Guard threat that Pelipper is providing here.
Yeah. Honestly, wasn't Ariodo's game. I'm just saying. Wait, new round that start? Okay, no. Oh, no. I was afraid already. Still 7 more matches. All right. Bias aside, cool team.
Yes. Okay. The Rain team is being piloted very well as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's take a look at this team. We've seen this team pop up with the Snow Dozo. Let's take a look at what the other team. Oh, this is the Lati that's so near undefeated right now, but with Galeria Moltres. So we're seeing 2 Kanto birds right now. Moltres go for that Terra Steel immediately, making sure that it is able to resist the Blizzard spam. As Articuno is the one flinching thanks to the fake out. As a Nasty Plot will be good for the Moltres to have. As with these 2 resists, you're able to take these Blizzards a little bit better, as the Feeder F is just chipping down these Pokemon. And just an immediate Flare Blitz, no dodge whatsoever, into a KO into this Articuno.
Snowcloak is strong when it does proc, but when it doesn't, then it's just not an ability. And the Dondozo is coming out with the Ninetales switching into the Tatsukiri. This Dozo under a Aurora Veil is looking like it's in a prime position. It's going for the Earthquake here, and as the Sinister switches into heal the Moltres, and the Moltres is protecting, this Earthquake doesn't do a lot. There is the Order Up coming into the Sinister, doing a bit of damage and getting the attack boost. Fire Rev doing some damage, and the Trick Room for the Sinister, making sure that Dondozo's speed boost is being turned around here. Strength Sap to just possibly lower it, but it is a clear Amulet Dondozo, so the Earthquake that is coming into the instant is also just KOing it here. Latias coming out, the Matcha Gotcha from the Sinister connecting to the Dondozo, but not getting the burn. The Latias going from Drake, but it's just not enough. Dondozo is so tanky, and this Order Up is just getting the KOs on top of just the clear Amulet. You just get the boost consistently, protecting here from the Matcha Gotcha to possibly avoid any turns, and the Air Slash as well. So Terra Grass Dozo here obviously helping a lot with the Machikasha, but the air slash obviously could look scary here on top of a finish possibly. It gets the critical hit here, getting the KO under the Dozo. Thank you, Moltres, we say to this, but there is no Trick Room anymore. Snow ran out. It is the perfect position for Ninetales to just come back. As it does here, spams Muddy Water, and the Ninetales uses Blizzard and gets a freeze on Moltres. The Sinister is hanging on just barely. Machikasha obviously healing it back up, but it isn't doing a lot of damage. Another Blizzard is just going to be enough into the Sinister, as we see the Muddy Water proccing the Berserk into the Moltres and the Blizzard KOing the Sinister. Not putting the Moltres back into the yellow after the Citrus, but does it matter if the Moltres cannot move at all? It gets another Berserk boost. There is no problem. It does get the Thaw out. The Fire Wave connecting, and it's just not enough because if the Aurora Veil is going for the Protect here, Muddy Water again, and the Blizzard here hoping to stall the possible last snow turn soon, but with Muddy Water just connecting, that is just a KO onto the Moltres.
What a game.
What a game.
What a game. Okay, let's take a look at what the adaptations are game 2. I do think like the Terra Steel on the Goldress are really good, but yeah, we saw the Sinister not doing all that much against the Clear Amulet Dozo, so maybe a little bit faster with those Machikachas, you know?
Mm-hmm.
As a fake out, avoid! That's the guy! As Surge Strikes is able to connect all three, because yeah, that's how it works. Terra Steel, Urshifu does a little bit of the same what Articuno does. Oh my god, critical hit on the Freeze Drive from this Choice Specs Articuno. Another Surge Strikes, not enough to KO it just yet. Aurora Veil coming up, Freeze Drive onto the Urshifu. Another critical hit!
Critical hit! Oh my god. Incineroar going for the Flebus, KOing the Articuno, and it's critical nonsense.
Yeah.
The Dozo comes out and does go for a Protect, so this Ninetales is free to
No
go for Blizzard.
way.
It gets the freeze into the Incineroar, so the Incineroar's just not able to move as the Sinister sets up the Trick Room. Tatsugiri coming in, getting the commander up here. The Dozo on top, going for the Terra Grass to just resist the Machikasha. It depends on Incineroar here to fall out possibly. It is going for the Flare Blitz, so getting the read right on the Terra Grass. But the order up is just enough to get the KO.
It's a critical hit as well, again.
Oh my god. The amount of critical hits here. But the Flare Blitz that should have, or that needed to crit to get the KO here on the Dozo just didn't. And the Earthquake is just enough to KO both Pokemon. That was a certified Dozo sweep.
The Earthquake was a critical hit on the Fluttermane as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes life really just loves you. And sometimes life really hates Trinky for no reason. Oh my days, what? Yeah, that's something that can happen.
So let's check it out. There was a fake out, dodge, and Snowflake. There was 3 critical hits. That's a lot of bad odds, but I don't think they matter too much as... Well, the Dozo Snow is...
I mean, like, getting fake out to hit, you know, would be nice. And
oh, it definitely would help, but it is a really tough matchup here, obviously.
Yeah. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. The freeze as well. We forgot about the freeze onto the Incineroar. As it wasn't able to move and was forced to flare blitz and then crit. Oh my. Alright, it happened now. It's never gonna happen to you again. Hopefully, I pray for you every day now. There's only one more match to be done, so I think we can just wait for them.
Yes, let's browse any possible standings and any interesting teams.
Well, we do have like the top teams. Like Banderas is. Wait, did Gargarto win? No, Gargarto won. So Herman Bakker and Alt Kyle. So we have the standard balance and we have balance with the grass pond. Alt Kyle has been playing this for quite a while with live Orgapon.
The return for the grass pond.
Yeah, we casted that one as well, right? Yeah, we were. Where Alt Kyle was 10-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 10-0. And how is Alpensee looking right now?
5-0 right now.
6-0.
Oh, 6-0, yeah. So, kinda saucy, just saying.
Can Alpensee break the finalist curse? That is the question with me around here.
Okay, sorry, I was reading up on chat as well.
Did Chad call you handsome yet?
No, no one has.
What the hell? Chad, come on.
No one has.
Call Shimon handsome right now.
No one has called me handsome.
You're handsome.
No, thank you. That's not in chat.
Opens Twitch.
That's the thing. Of course, I have with this meta myself is like, you see the diversity that you have, because we see like a lot of Ninetales, like 3 of them doing well, but one of them doesn't have the snow version where it is just like a lot of Ninetales plus Chiyu.
Oh, Chiyu's making a return?
I hope so. I like Chiyu. I like Chiyu.
I wonder where it went.
That is the only Chiyu team that's doing well right now.
Oh no, those heat wave misses are stacking up.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one area that's doing well. Like just saying.
Arya's doing better than Chiyu confirmed.
Percentage-wise, yes. Percentage-wise, yes.
Arya does better than Chiyu. Awesome.
The Bears are doing decent.
I
feel like we see less Blood Moons these days as well, but they seem to do fine. But there are less Blood Moons right now. I gotta add.
Wow, thank you, Ducky VG, for saying that Shmon is handsome.
Oh, I can't see it. I got that person
Really
blocked. I got that person.
What the fuck? Wow. Okay. I'm grabbing some water.
Alright, grab some Wawa. But like what we're seeing as well, Landorus Tyrion as well, popping up more. Oh, the Lati lost again. Come on, Lati. Bring it back. Bring it back. Garzon. Vivi's still alive. Ugh. So, anyone going to Toronto? Kind of want to pet my cat. I think I'm gonna get my cat for a second. My headphones on. Oh no, all matches concluded. And I just went to get my cat. How you doing, Ducky?
Oh, cat. I'm doing good. And my cat on my bed.
Nice. Puddles, you want to say anything to the people? Except for licking your crotch. Okay, and he's gone. Goodbye, Puddles.
Oh. Puddles?
Puddles.
Is that their name?
That's his name, yeah. Puddles.
Puddles or puddle?
Like a puddle, like
Puddles.
water on the floor.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's because I found him in a puddle of his own water. And I thought it was funny. And his full name is
Mine's called Elisa.
Puddles Peeping.
Yeah, mine is called Elisa.
Okay. Flex. Alright, so only X2 can get it, like every 5-1 is confirmed, so let's just ask every X2 then. Ryo.
Let's have some winning ends.
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy Cardi! That's all you know.
No.
Oh no, wait. Stream is cursed?
Maybe Parmesan again. No, I'm joking. I've done that enough. Alright, let's do Spatty. Okay. Oop. Okay. Boop. Hello. Hello. And hello. Okay, there we go.
And now we wait.
Did I do it already? Oh no, that's a thingy.
As we were talking about cats,
yeah.
What Pokemon would you want to have as your pet? Like, if you could just choose one Pokemon.
Okay.
Which one would it be?
It depends, because, like, can I ride the Pokemon? Is that allowed? Because, like, for example, I don't know, like, people would be angry at me if I'm riding a Pidgey.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if... I think we'll make it a bit more realistic.
Oh,
I don't know if Pidgey can carry you.
Pidgey, come on, bro. You can do it. All right. I always like I've always liked Beware, but like having a full-on bear in your living room feels like a lot to deal with.
What about a Stuffle though?
Stuffle is good. I like Stuffle, but like it'll evolve eventually, right?
We could just give it an Everstone.
Oh, true. The other.
Having a wrestler cat would be kind of crazy.
Good morning. Just like elbows you.
Oh, I have a meeting. I'm gonna go just with my Incineroar behind me. It's gonna be hi. This is my this is my bodyguard. All right, Snow Chiyu against Whimsicott Tail Boom offense with the bear.
All right, I'm gonna let you do for like 5 seconds. I'm gonna move the kitty.
Okay. Interesting dynamic here. We both sides have a Whimsicott that is interesting, and we see a Whimsicott Urshifu against the Ninetales Whimsicott. That is an interesting. Space Girl is a really good name for Ninetales, by the way. Yeah, this Whimsicott Urshifu looking a bit worse here, funnily enough. That Ninetales is really well positioned, especially if it has like Moonblast or Freeze Dry. And Whimsicott's in the mirror. It's just really important to see what is the faster one here, or which one is the fast one here. This Whimsicott on the opposing side does have Sunny Day though, so any snow benefits might be taken away soon, but also there's a fake Tears threat here. The opposing both Whimsicott just going for the Tailwind. This Knight is going for Terra Ice Blizzard, getting the KO on the Ninetales, on the Whimsicott, as the Urshifu is just going for the Terraco CC into the opposing Ninetales. And while the Urshifu is not looking in the primary spot, but this Flutter is, and with that Raging Bolt coming in especially, this Flutter Mane is just ready to lock itself into Dazzling and just spread a lot of damage. As this Urshifu is switching out into the Farigiraf, the Dazzling is being locked into. There is a Moonblast coming in on the Farigiraf slot. There is a Snarl coming out from the Raging Bolt, but it just dodges on the Flutter Mane, so this Dazzling is going to be enough to KO on the next turn. There is the Arcanine switching in for the Raging Bolt. This Whimsicott cannot withstand the second Dazzling Gleam from this Flutter Mane. It's just looking like this Flutter Mane is just gonna go crazy here. But can Arcanine possibly stop it? Farigiraf going for the Hyper Voice. It's not doing a lot, but at least it activated the Throat Spray. There is another Dazzling coming out. It is enough to KO the Raging Bolt. This Arcanine just locking itself with the Rock Slide. It's not enough. Both Farigiraf and Flutter Mane hanging on. And this Farigiraf getting the KO of Psychic. We're going to game 2.
Yowza! Crazy.
Yahoo!
Like the Snarl Miss just allowed the Fluttermane to keep clicking Dazzling Gleam as well. Because if the Snarl missed, then at least you've had your Raging Ball being able to survive one more. But now in that position, yikes.
Yeah, Snarl not connecting is really rough here. 95% accurate moves are, in general, just a bit more rough. I feel like you need to connect a lot of those moves in this kind of format. But when it misses, ooh, that's a harsh miss.
Yeah.
But I do wonder if there's gonna be an adjustment here. That Ninetales at the start doing a big, just putting a big gap into the opposing side, but just not enough ways to close it out for the opposing side. Their Rage Ball maybe coming in too early because of the Flutter threat. However, this Whimsicott is coming out again for both sides, as we see a Fluttermane against Ninetales here.
Okay, this time, this time I am seeing the sunny day, right?
Yeah, I could see the sunny day here, especially with the Fluttermane. You obviously wonder if you want to delay it by one turn, possibly, maybe with Terra on the Whimsicott. But there is a fake here. There is just a Tailwind and the Power Gem going into the Ninetales, but Ninetales is tanking it. And, well, Blizzard not enough to either the Whimsicott or the Fluttermane, despite the fake tears here. So, it's looking worse
with this
now.
Power Gem is really good positioning right now.
Yeah, with the Chiyu coming out on top, this Power Gem is just going to hit super effective consistently. This Whimsicott has Encore, correct? So it can just lock the opposing side into fake tears. Not the best move to lock into, but also it could just be worth it to deny the speaking roll. However, we're just going into the Fridge Draft, and we're blocking this Whimsicott from moving anytime soon.
Choice picks, man.
Chiyu just gets the Heat Wave, and this Fridge Draft barely hangs on. However, because of the Whimsicott being nullified to do anything this turn, because of the Encore, locking it into fake tears, there is no speed control you can go for. The Terra Ghost on the Chiyu obviously helps a little bit, but is it enough into the Urshifu that is going for Surging Strikes? And the damage says no, that Surging Strikes is just going to KO the Chiyu here, and this Arcanine obviously tanks the Hyper Voice here. There's one turn of Tailwind left, however. I wonder if this Urshifu is just faster than the Arcanine straight up.
Tailwind.
Tailwind up with the Whimsicott. There is the Rock Slide, so we are faster. We have to hope for a flinch here, but no flinch, so the Straight Strikes doesn't even need any second hit. Just one hit is enough to KO the Arcanine and Sui. And with Whimsicott as the last Pokemon standing, and Fluttermane coming in with that Moonblast, and that Urshifu also connecting with his Surging Strikes, is just gonna KO it here.
Wow. Okay, yeah. A lot of things happened there. Like looking into Power Gem was smart. Also switching out to Fluttermane, recognizing that the Chiyu could have just as well gone to that Terra Ghost, making sure the Power Gem was not gonna hit it super effectively and keep the Flutter for later. Genius. Well, very smart play there.
Also important that Ninetales not getting either KO because it didn't commit to the Terra like it did game 1. Yeah. I was for sure certain that the Blizzard would be enough into the Whimsicott, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, well, apparently not. It was a roll. Who knew? We didn't.
No, last time it was the Terra Ice.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not a roll. It could have been a roll. Anyway, it couldn't. Maybe. Yeah. So now we're watching Ryo's game, who's playing the Farigiraf, I want to say P2, but Farigiraf, Ursaluna, Urshifu team with Tornadus. And on the other hand, we have a little bit of that physical offense together with a Raging Ball as well, with the safety goggles, actually. So let's take a look at what our players are leading. We have Farigiraf and Isinora as a lead versus Dragonite and Chimpao. Dragonite is that inner focus, so of course Intimidate not working on it, but it will be working on that Chimpao.
Yes, the Farigiraf is looking primed to just go for a Terra Fire here, as it does. Chimpao going for the Terra Ghost, trying to dodge any fake out. Has the Icicle Crash Aerial Ace combination is enough to just get the KO on the Farigiraf here.
I did not believe that was gonna KO. That is insane to see.
I did not expect that either.
I mean, I suppose it's Bandit and it's Stab and you have sort of room, but still, what? Okay.
You think that Incineroar would help out here with intimidating to the Chiempo? Maybe this Viridian is just tanky enough, but no. The Dragonite switching out for the Rillaboom, and the Chiempo just going for the Sacred Sword into the Ursaluna. Instant did come back in and gets a knockoff into the Chiempo here. As the Ursaluna goes for Facade and just KOs the Rillaboom on the spot.
That's good.
Suddenly, it's just a swing into 2 KOs here. As the Ogerpon and Dragonite come out. Not the 2 Pokemon you necessarily want to see. The Dragonite is still very, very scary.
Yeah.
And the Ogerpon can obviously go for some huge damage into Ursaluna with that Glide.
Do you prefer to switch out your Incineroar, or do you want to have a cheeky U-turn into something else and then bring in the Incineroar later in?
I'd want to switch it out immediately because Incineroar here is looking really, really good to just get intimidated. However, Ryo decides to have it stay in. That outrage! Connecting onto the Incineroar, but Incineroar hanging on with 1%. A lucky connect here. And the Glide coming into the Amoonguss here this turn as the outrage connects into Ursaluna. This Dragonite is not messing around, but this Amoonguss is just saying, go to sleep.
If you fake out... Okay, wait. If you fake out the Ogerpon, you will feign to, of course, Spiky Shield with Incineroar. But if you're able to knock off the Dragonite and plump up yourself, do you prefer to do that? Because that's a play you have to make.
It comes down to a call here, I think. Because otherwise this Ogerpon could just go for the Glide, and it is a Spiky Shield, and the Fake Out is just getting the KO on itself. So Pollen Puff is going to fail as the instant already fainted. And, well, that is game 1 for Cyrox. As Ryo forfeits.
I don't know why the Grassy... I'm trying to think maybe the misclick of the Grassy Glide onto the Amoonguss slot, but worked out.
That's my assumption here.
Worked out.
As long as the Outrage connects... Oh, we're still working on the game 2.
Yep. Okay.
Let's speed wrap this.
Chimpao Dragonite versus Farigiraf Incineroar. So you're just this time protecting himself from whatever Dragonite wants to lock itself into, and as we see, it is going to be Diary Lace.
I would have loved a knockoff into the Dragonite here, but opting for the U-turn to just have the Amoonguss redirect any possible attacks into the Farigiraf, prioritizing the trick from here possibly.
Yeah. I think your ammo, you're able to Terra instead of water, I suppose. Oh, whoa, what's happening?
Okay. Switching in for the Chienpao and the instant switching in for the Farigiraf. So there is a Terra Water Spore coming out into the Dragonite. Rillaboom switching in for the Ogerpon Heartflame as the instant is just going for the U-turn. So Farigiraf is just coming back in with a Palm Puff into the Farigiraf just to make sure it's double as healthy as it was before.
Yeah.
So Incineroar is coming back in, reducing the damage Rillaboom can do. Is the Dragonite going to wake up though here? It will is. It's going to be the release into the Farigiraf. It's enough.
It's enough without Chimpao on the field. Oof. Okay, now first turn wake ups. Yeah, Incineroar will having to put all the work onto itself, but yeah, Air Lace Dragonite putting in work. Who would have known?
The Glide going into the Amoonguss, and this time super effective because of the Terra Water and Airlace being enough to KO the Amoonguss. Facade is connecting to the Dragonite, but it is the Chienpao, Rillaboom, and Ogerpon against the Ursaluna alone. And just Glide is already enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Or like the Dragonite, like the Farigiraf getting killed that easily feels illegal, honestly. Hello, Civixt, and hello, Shock as well. Crazy aggressive set, yeah. I honestly didn't believe that the Airlace was gonna pick up the KO as well on the Farigiraf. 48, yeah, because like I thought with the Chimpao, it's still stab, but what the base power of Airlace is what? 35? 60? How did that KO?
Well, first of all, it's snap, so it's 90 base
Okay.
power.
Yeah.
In theory. And then obviously 135 base attack from Dragon. 130? 135? I don't know.
Yeah. Still, not something I expected, to be honest. Yeah.
On top of the choice band multiplier, whew.
Yeah.
I feel like if you get rid of the choice band, it is going to be a lot easier for you.
Didn't expect it.
But nothing could stop the Dragon Knight from just clicking outrage again.
Yeah. Seems like we didn't get invited anymore to any other games, so we are done. How many more games are playing? 7.
No, 6.
6. No, it was 6 or 7.
You said 6, 7.
Oh yeah, you don't see my camera. You should have seen you should have seen the freaking face I was doing.
Oh, I wish I saw this.
6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Also, I didn't notice, Xerox, thank you for the follow, because now we're at 1,500. Let's go. I'm at 1,500 followers.
Applause in the chat. Clap, everyone.
Wait, I got this.
Oh, that goes through. Okay, I didn't know. Did you hear my clap? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I love the camera. I think that adds a lot of content and good charm to the stream.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm good for not streaming top 8. I'm kind of tired. My voice is kind of messed up as well. But yeah, we are calling it here. But that doesn't mean that all of you guys can join the Alpensee Esports Discord as well, which I'm gonna link, because of course that's not a link that I have here. Copy. So I'm gonna put that in the chat. Don't forget to join the Discord, because every Wednesday is Mario. Mario? What am I saying? Mario. I might be really tired. Every Wednesday is Alpensee Wednesday. That means that you are able to become one of our champions, one of our elite, so to speak, one of the people that can carry the title of Alpensee winner. The mountains are up there, and you're able to climb them. So, from me and from Ducky, thank you very much for watching. We are going to conclude the stream here, but there's still a player that's streaming, so I'm just gonna rate them actually. So I'll put that up. Rate Vivier.
Thanks everyone for watching. Join the Discord.
Yep, join the Discord.
Join the tournaments in the future.
Yep, see you next Wednesday. There might not be a stream, but we are as entertaining off stream as we are on stream, I think. Anyway, goodbye.
Yes. Bye.